And welcome back. We have some scoring updates. Bayside action. Kent Island leading Stephen Decatur 7-0 early in the first quarter. Parkside trails Easton 13-7 early in the second. And then James and Bennett lead Snow Hill 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. Benny, we have a scoring update between St. Mark's and Dover.
Oh, yeah, fireworks early up in Pike Creek. Dover scores on the third play of the game to go up 7-0. 6:04 left in the first quarter. St. Mark's kicks a field goal, so it's 7-3 Dover first quarter.
And we're going to take a break as they're doing the national anthem live in Delmar. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7.
I'm Gary Rhodes from Milford Southern States. Expect nothing less than a superior performance day when using a Mahindra tractor. The Mahindra tractor can lift heavy loads, and with its cast iron chassis, it provides traction, stability, and control. At Milford Southern States, we feature a full line of Mahindra tractors, including the 3616 four-wheel drive that can carry firewood, dirt, manure, and also clear away snow. It also comes with a deluxe suspension and an easy access fuel tank. Call us at Milford Southern States, 422-8066. Farmer owned since 1923.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan will keep your home running smoothly and your family safe and secure. Satterfield and Ryan is Delaware's only elite power pro dealer, providing professional sales, superior service, and quality repairs. Satterfield and Ryan in Milford, online at delawaregenerators.net. Call 302-422-4919. Satterfield and Ryan. Get the job done right the first time.
Do you have metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald's will pick up your unwanted vehicles and will buy your car or lawnmower batteries. If it's made of metal, Fitzgerald's pays cash and recycles it, which helps the environment. Fitzgerald's will also pick up and deliver roll-off dumpsters, and they accept electronics too, including cell phones and computers. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Go to fitzgeraldsonline.com or find us on Facebook.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown is your local Chevrolet dealer in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country. We sell the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, as well as a large selection of pre-owned vehicles. Most of our pre-owned vehicles are Chevrolet certified pre-owned and carry a 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty, as well as regular oil changes and tire rotations for the first 2 years and 30,000 miles. Now that's peace of mind on a pre-owned vehicle. Give us a call at 856-2521 in Delaware or visit us on the web at firststatechevy.com. First State Chevy, where we put you, the customer, first.
Hey, this is Greg Biffle, driver number 16, 3M Ford Fusion, and you're listening to the Del One pregame show with Anthony Joseph.
You know the voice.
He catches at the 20, the 10, touchdown!
You know the game.
High school football.
And now here he is, the voice of Friday night under the lights, Anthony Joseph.
And welcome back. We're live in Delmar as you're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights. Hot Country 107.7. I'm Anthony Joseph. Once again, my broadcast partner this week, Benny Mitchell. And Benny, going through some of the other action set tonight, we mentioned right away St. Mark's taking on Dover. That's at St. Mark's, and the action started at 7 o'clock.
Right. Opening night for the Henlopen, North and South. In the Southern Division, you have 2-1 Woodbridge traveling to 2-1 Seaford. Another big game in the in the Henlopen South, and also 0-3 Milford at 1-2 Indian River. Indian River, the two-time defending Southern Division champs. And in the Henlopen North, interesting game. 1-2 Smyrna traveling to 3-0 Polytech. Polytech they've beaten some Division II teams. They beat a good Woodbridge team, and let's see what they're going to do in the Henlopen North now that they're there. And then you have 2-1 Sussex Tech at 2-1 Sussex Central. Big battle in Georgetown. Big rivalry there. Of course, Sussex Tech has a rivalry with everybody in Sussex County. And then probably the big game of the night is 1-2 Caesar Rodney at 2-1 Cape Henlopen. And that's a big North game. And two of your three tri-champions last year, is them, Sussex Central, CR, and Cape, all had a three-way tie for the Henlopen North title at the end of the season.
And if you look at the CR's schedule to open up, you lose a heartbreaker to Sally's, and then week number 2, you jump out to a 6-0 lead Middletown, and then end up losing 41-6.
Yeah, that's Mike Schoenwolf. Actually, that's CR Sports. I was a part of that for 4 years, and they believe that the first part of the season is getting ready. And he went out there. He took on number 1 Middletown, number 2 Slays Animan, number 2 in the Division 2 Hodgson. He wants to be ready for the Henlopen North schedule. Some of these teams come out and they might pick up some easy games, roll out 3-0, but are they battle tested? Caesar Rodney's battle tested. Tonight we find out if they're for real.
And at Cape last week, they beat Indian River to improve to 2-1. They lost to a very talented team, Archbishop Spalding, out of Maryland.
Yes, actually, Sussex Central, Cape Henlopen is looking down the barrel right now. They have Caesar Rodney at home this week, and then next week they bring in Bullis Prep, who beat Spalding last week by 1 touchdown. And then I believe they have Dover, and the big Dover resurgence. This kid, Marcellus Pack he's got the message boards chattering, that's for sure. 6 touchdowns last week. But Cape, we're going to find out the same thing as Caesar Rodney. We're going to find out. They've been putting points on the board, and two similar teams, both wing T, both 5-man fronts. Very similar teams, 14-13 last year. Might see the same thing in Lewis tonight.
And talking about Pack, he transferred from Baltimore, had to sit out the first 2 games because DIAA had to make sure that he was eligible. As you mentioned, scored 6 touchdowns, and he rushed for 246 yards on just 13 carries. They're so dangerous this season.
Dover's always dangerous. I've always said when you play Dover, it's you don't know what you're going to get. They have athletes. It's a big school, and every year, a lot of times they spoil a lot of people's seasons towards the end.
We're going to take another break before kickoff between the Delmar Wildcats and the Lake Forest Spartans. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7. Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown is your local Chevrolet dealer in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country. We sell the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, as well as a large selection of pre-owned vehicles. Most of our pre-owned vehicles are Chevrolet certified pre-owned and carry a 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty, as well as regular oil changes and tire rotations for the first 2 years and 30,000 miles. Now that's peace of mind on a pre-owned vehicle. Give us a call at 856-2521 in Delaware or visit us on the web at firststatechevy.com. First State Chevy, where we put you, the customer, first.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan will keep your home running smoothly and your family safe and secure. Satterfield and Ryan is Delaware's only elite power pro dealer, providing professional sales, superior service, and quality repairs. Satterfield and Ryan in Milford, online at delawaregenerators.net. Call 302-422-4919. Satterfield and Ryan. Get the job done right the first time.
I'm Gary Rhodes from Milford Southern States. Expect nothing less than a superior performance day when using a Mahindra tractor. The Mahindra tractor can lift heavy loads, and with its cast iron chassis, it provides traction, stability, and control. At Milford Southern States, we feature a full line of Mahindra tractors, including the 3616 four-wheel drive that can carry firewood, dirt, manure, and also clear away snow. It also comes with a deluxe suspension and an easy access fuel tank. Call us at Milford Southern States, 422-8066. Farmer owned since 1923.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
Do you have metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald's will pick up your unwanted vehicles and will buy your car or lawnmower batteries. If it's made of metal, Fitzgerald's pays cash and recycles it, which helps the environment. Fitzgerald's will also pick up and deliver roll-off dumpsters, and they accept electronics too, including cell phones and computers. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Jesus recycles people, Fitzgerald's recycles cars.
And we're back live in Delmar as the game has started before 7:30. You have a Lake Forest with the ball as they are driving. It's bringing up a second down and 10. Ball at the 42-yard line of the Wildcats, as this is a big matchup in week number 4 between the Spartans and the Wildcats.
Yeah, so far, Anthony, short kick and then twice number 22 Flamer up the middle, and a quick reverse there by number 21 Davante Boardley for a first down. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 7 here inside Wildcat territory.
Ridgely Betts, the starting quarterback, behind the center. They love to run the option. Man in motion is number 21. And I believe that's a false start from the Wildcats, but we'll have to see. I think that was a hard snap count from Betts.
Hard snap count. He was following the motion man. And couldn't stop his feet getting across that line.
Just underway in the first quarter, 9:57. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0. Lake Forest with their first possession. Betts going to the sidelines to get the play from his head coach, Freddie Johnson. It's second down and short now. Ball placed at the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. Opening drive. Betts under center. 2 wide receivers on this near side. Handoff, number 22. He pushes the pie for a minimal gain. I believe that was number 83 making the stop for the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of number 22 here tonight. This Flamer kid, he's a big body, runs the ball hard, and first down there.
And on defense, he will play a nose guard. So Flamer, he will play both ways tonight.
I see a lot of that in Henlopen South, these small schools. A lot of two-way starters.
Especially in Division II.
Right.
Betts under center. 2 running backs in the backfield, man in motion. Ball's handed off. That's a counter, number 21. Still on his feet, and he is brought down by a host of Wildcat tacklers.
Yeah, that little counter, a little reverse action there, fake the Flamer, and the Wildcats didn't buy it. It looked like it would be about a 5-yard loss.
Underway in the first, 8:57. 0-0 between the Wildcats and the Spartans. It's a second down and long. Ball is going to be marked at about the 40-yard line. Betts in his first year as the starting quarterback. Behind the center. Ball's handed off. That's Flamer straight ahead running. And once again, there's a swarm of Wildcats going to the ball. How many touches do you think Flamer will actually get tonight?
If he's playing on my team, he's getting 30 to 35, if not more. Like I said, limit Delmar's opportunities to have the ball tonight and keep yourself in the game.
8:08. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long. We'll see if Betts airs it out. They need to get a 1st down at about the 25-yard line.
Talking around it, Lake Forest isn't a team that likes to throw the ball much, but they're looking at a 3rd and 15, and up the middle is not going to work in this situation here.
And there's a flag that's flying. I believe that's against the Spartans. And they're going in the wrong direction.
Yes, they are. They're now looking at a 3rd and 20.
As they started their opening drive after the short kick at about that 40-yard line. Now they're at the 45 of the Wildcats. Betts under center. He's back to pass for the first time. He airs it out. Downfield, incomplete, man-to-man coverage. He was under pressure. Pass incomplete on a 3rd down at about 20. And now we're going to see the first punt of the contest.
And they came right out. Boom, boom, 2 plays. They had a 1st down. They're at the Delmar 40, and then up the middle again, and they tried that little reverse, and Delmar sniffed it out, and then the penalty, and now they're punting early in the game.
Delmar, deep man at about the 15. That's a high, deep kick. That's a beautiful one.
Hit a 5, nice spiral on it.
5, 10, 15.
Nice cut
bounces
there.
out on this outside edge. He's at the 30. 40, 50, downfield.
Nobody's
One man to
in.
beat. 20, 15, touchdown, Delmar.
10, Shane Leatherberry. Oh,
Now
we have
there's a
back
flag at
here.
about the 50. We'll see if it's a block in the back.
Yeah, there was no need to block there. He had 5 yards between him and the closest guy trying to catch him. He definitely stretched it down the sideline and took off. There was no need for a block. I mean, coaches always tell you, never block behind the runner.
It seemed like he had a wall on that outside, and there was just nobody even close to touch him or catch
He
up
made
with
that
him.
first cut down there at the 10. Faked in, went back out, down the wall. You're right. There was a wall, and there was nobody there to even put a hand on him. And that flag definitely came after he was woke up. We're sitting right here on the 50 where the flag is, and I never saw it go up, so it must have happened after he broke down inside the 40.
Going to take off the 6 points. We're at the 7:17 mark in the first quarter. 0-0. Delmar with their first opportunity.
A hold.
I think the officials have the toughest job.
Oh, no doubt. 50% of the people aren't going to agree with the call anyways, right?
That's for sure.
That's a big holding penalty. Now you're taking off a touchdown. You're going to put yourself back in your tier. Okay, I guess, Anthony, this flag here at the 50 must have been the procedure on the punt.
As they're trying to sort it out.
Looks like it's going to be Delmar's ball at the Lake Forest 19.
Had to be multiple penalties.
Yeah, they had one on Lake Forest, and then they had that was the procedure, and then which of course Delmar declined because now they're having the ball inside in the red zone.
But they do take off the touchdown off that scoreboard. Back to pass. That's Leatherberry.
Oh, he stumbled.
And he stumbles and down as he wanted to throw it. He's one of the key playmakers for Coach Dave Hearn.
Yeah, surprised to see him sprinting out after just running 90 yards on that touchdown that was called back. So we got about a 2nd and 18 there, it looks like, Anthony.
On offense for Coach Dave Hearn, Shane Leatherberry, the quarterback, Trey Leatherberry, the fullback, halfback Jordan Brown, Donovan Taylor, Chase Harmon, Billy Atkins. The tackles, Joe Birmingham, Dustin Wolfgang. Guards, Danny Cropper, Sam Ash. In the center, Otto Jester. Back to the action on a second down. Ball at the 28-yard line of Lake Forest. Ball's handed off. I believe that's number 29, straight ahead. After he faked it to the first ball carrier. And that's a minimal gain, 6-13, first quarter. Delmar 0, Lake Forest 0.
We're facing about a 3rd and 14 here.
Is even though Lake Forest committed that penalty, you take off 6 points from Delmar, and instead they have to try to score again.
Exactly. They started in the red zone, and like I said, Leatherby rolls out, loses his footing, and falls down, and it's a 2nd and 18.
It's a 3rd down and long at the 23. Leatherberry hands it off up the middle near that 15-yard line.
He drags some bodies with him down there, Anthony.
About 9 on the play, but it's still 4th down, and we'll have to see if Coach Hearn elects to go for it or attempt the field goal.
Hey, we didn't get a chance to talk about this kid in the pregame, but it seems like Delmar's got themselves a kicker, and it's Robert Boyd. Game winner over at Chesapeake, 30-yard field goal to win the game, and then he had another field goal this year also. So he's got a couple field goals. It's like he's teeing up about a 31-yarder.
Bud, he kicks it. It's up. And it is no good.
Wide left.
And you take off the 6 points because of the penalty, and then they attempt the field goal because Leatherberry, the quarterback, slips on the first play on offense. And now it's 4:57 in the first quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0. As you look there, that's the key points that's not on the scoreboard, and we'll have to see as the game goes along if it proves that is the deficit here tonight.
Exactly. Hey, got an update, Anthony. St. Mark's goes on an 80-yard drive, gets the extra point. They're up 10-7 second quarter.
Going to be a lot of scoring, I think, between St. Mark's.
I think there's going to be some fireworks up in Pike Creek, like I said earlier.
1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Betts under center. Second opportunity tonight to try to score some points against the Wildcat defense. And Betts, quarterback keeper, as number 69 making the stop for Delmar.
It's like no gain, no loss, so it's going to be a 2nd and 10 here.
And that's Danny Cropper on the stop for the Wildcat defense. 4:35 first quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0, and we expect a close game. As last year's score, 14-7. Betts on a 2nd down and 10, as a quarterback sneak did not work on 1st down. Hands it off.
Flamer again.
And Flamer, couple yards off tackle. I think Betts is going to have to open it up and throw some screens or a couple passes downfield to open it up for Flamer.
They're going to have to dink and dunk here a little bit, loosen up that Delmar defense and open it up for Flamer and maybe some of those options.
As Delmar using 8s or 9-man fronts to stop a Flamer. 3:43 first quarter. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5, ball at the 25-yard line.
Betts had a nice ball on that pass, and he overthrew his receiver, but it was a nice spiral down the sideline.
2 wide receivers on the near side. And Lake Forest takes a timeout. Freddie Johnson wants to talk it over with his quarterback, his young quarterback, Ridgely Betts, in his first year under center. 3:28 first quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0. And coming out of the timeout, he's going to face a 3rd down and 5 at the 25. It's a smart timeout for Coach Johnson.
I agree. This could be a crucial part early in the game. It looks like they're playing the game plan I thought they needed to do. They don't score a lot. They're not a high-scoring team, and they're good on defense. And, like I said, give Flamer that ball 30, 35 times. Chew up clock, limit Delmar's opportunities.
Because Delmar should be winning this game. Missed a field goal and the touchdown was taken off the scoreboard.
Exactly. Big penalty there. See, as the game goes on, we'll see how that plays out.
Coming up at halftime, my one-on-one interview with Greg Biffle, because it's NASCAR weekend at the Monster Mile in Dover.
Race weekend.
Now coming out of the Coach Johnson timeout, 3rd down and 5. Betts under center. He's back to pass.
Hot pass over the middle.
Number 12 complete about that 40-yard line. Man-to-man coverage, and Betts had time to throw it. Good pass protection. Pass complete for a first down.
Nice little slant over the middle. Pick up the first down. Looks like they're going to have the ball around the 40-yard line.
3:23, first quarter. It's going to bring up a first down and 10, as you mentioned, at the 40-yard line of Lake Forest. Betts under center. They're going to run the option a lot. That's what Coach Johnson offense thrives on.
Real false start.
As one of the wide receivers, he was anxious to get to downfield as you had two on this near side. I think Betts was going to throw another pass.
I like what Coach Johnson did there on that last play. You know, he sent 81 and split in out on motion towards the sidelines, kept that cornerback in, boom, the slant right in front of him. Nice setup there.
Two of the best coaches in the Henlopen South. Key Henlopen South Conference matchup live in Delmar. Ball's handed off. I believe that's Flamer. Getting a couple yards up the gut. Dustin Wolfgang making the stop for Delmar.
Anthony, I got an update in Millsboro. Sussex Central 8, Sussex Tech 7, 6:40 in the first quarter.
That's a homecoming for Coach John Wells and the Sussex Central Golden Knights. As next week, Sussex Tech, they're back at home taking on the Dover Senators. Second down and 14 at the 36-yard line of Lake Forest. Betts under center. Man in motion is number 32. Ball's handed off. No, instead he fakes it. Instead quarterback sneak.
He picked up about 2 yards there. It's going to be another 3rd and long.
Now, Lake Forest on the opening possession, they did not score, but they did eat up some clock. They're eating some clock up now. 1:48 in the first quarter, 0-0 between Lake Forest and the Delmar Wildcats.
Exactly. Coach Johnson, he's chewing up short yards. He's taking his time in the huddle and eating up that clock.
Key is keeping off the Delmar Wildcat offense on the sidelines. 3rd down and 11. Ball at the 37-yard line now. Betts hands it off. That's number 21 with the ball. Trying to get close to the first down marker, but he's going to be at least, I believe, 5 yards short.
Picked up about 5 there.
About that, the 45-yard line. As the Wildcat fans continue to trickle in. We expected a big crowd for this big game tonight.
Yeah, they're a little slow coming in tonight. Lake Forest, plenty of seats over there. I think we're back to punt here.
It's a 4th down and 6 at the 44. Lake Forest going to punt it away. Their second time punting it. It's a Leatherberry at the 25. He has to backpedal to about the 15. He picks it up, and he fumbles it, and Delmar, I believe, recovered it. Surprise.
I don't think Coach Hearn's going to be happy about that. He was dancing around the ball. You know, three Lake Forest Spartans stand there getting ready to down, and he picks it up, gets tackled, drops the ball. Now they're inside their own 10.
I was surprised that he picked it up because you had so many Lake Forest special teamers in his area.
He had 3 guys standing right in front of him, exactly.
Just a little too anxious to make a big play. 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 0-0 between Lake Forest and Delmar. And Delmar is going to be pinned near the goal line.
Anthony, shootout. Lewis, 3:29 to go in the first quarter. Cesar Rodney, 14. Cape Henlopen, 7.
Oh, that's surprising. Back to the action here. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line. Man in motion. Leatherberry, the quarterback. And he pitches at the last minute. What a nice play. Number 3. Getting a couple more yards. Bounces it out near the Delmar sidelines.
He was wrapped up when he pitched that. That was a two-hand pitch out there as number 2. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
A lot of good games, it seems like, going on tonight.
I agree. Like I said, tonight's the night where we start separating the teams in the conferences, finding out who's for real in 2013.
3 seconds, and I believe that's going to be the last play of the first quarter with the Lake Forest Spartans 0, the Delmar Wildcats 0. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on High Country 107.7 and CatchItLive.com.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
This broadcast has been a presentation of Catch It Live and Sports on Delmarva. Any rebroadcast or reproduction without written consent of Catch It Live and Sports on Delmarva is strictly prohibited.
You are listening to Friday Night Under the Lights with CatchItLive.com's play-by-play announcer, Anthony Joseph, on Hot Country 107.7 FM.
Back live in Delmar as it's a Henlopen South showdown live in Delmar. Lake Forest Spartans taking on the Delmar Wildcats. Just getting ready to get underway in the second quarter. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line. Wildcats with the ball. This is a key possession for Coach Dave Hearn and his quarterback Shane Leatherberry. Leatherberry under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. Ball snapped. It's handed off straight ahead as number 29 lunges to about that 20-yard line.
He picked up about 5 yards on the play.
3rd down and short for the Wildcats as Leatherberry getting a play from Dave Hearn.
Delmar, another team you don't see that puts the ball in the air much either, so we could be out here early tonight. The 2 teams just keep it on the ground.
It's a close one so far, 0-0, just underway in the second quarter.
Slot right here.
3rd down and 3 at the 20. Leatherberry, pass incomplete, intended for his wide receiver, number 2, thrown it at the 20-yard line on a slant pattern.
He was under heavy pressure from Logan Simpson, number 12. He was in his face right away as he rolled out.
And that was an incomplete pass, going to bring up a 4th down and 3 at the 20, and Coach Dave Hearn's going to have to punt it away.
Well, we saw this kicker here had a boot. He had the distance. Now he's back to punt. Let's see if his leg's just as strong punting.
Robbie Budd standing near the goal line. It's a high kick, but it is short. As the deep man was standing at his own 40, instead a Lake Forest bounce at about the 35-yard line. What a short kick and a great field position for Ridgely Betts.
That ball was headed right for his sideline there. Anthony, another update. Indian River Milford 0-0 end of the first quarter. Dover back on top, 14-10, less than 3 minutes to play in the half.
And Marcellus Pack, I expect him to get a lot of touchdowns in his first game for the Senators, 6 touchdowns.
Exactly.
It's a 1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line of the Wildcats. Betts under center. 3 wide receivers on the far side. 2 running backs. Ball's handed off on this near side. Number 22, the ball carrier, getting about a yard or 2.
Yeah, this Flamer, he's a big body, and he's carrying some people down there with him. So with the spot, looks like he's going to have a gain of 4 yards maybe.
As the Flamer are going to the sidelines. See if he gets a breather. And he will. Coach Johnson wants to talk to him for a minute. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7 at the 32-yard line of the Wildcats. Betts under center, 3 wide receivers on the far. 1 running back in the backfield. Ball's handed off to the ball carrier, number 36, and he's knocked to the ground in a hurry as the Wildcats defense are not fooled.
No gain on the play.
As Lake Forest, they're limping a couple players. As the offensive line definitely getting a workout as both teams like to run it as we mentioned earlier.
Yes, they keep the ball on the ground a lot, chew up a lot of clock. Lake Forest looking at about a 3rd and 6 here.
3rd down and long at the 32-yard line, 9:44, 2nd quarter. Betts under center, 3 wide receiver set, 1 running back in the backfield. Man in motion is number 32. Ball's handed off. That's 36. Up the middle. Believe he got enough for the 1st down, but we'll have to see.
It's going to be nah, it looks like they're going about a yard too short. Ball's about the 29er spot in it.
Did not give him the forward progress. As a Flamer coming back in, number 36 going to the sidelines. Cheyenne Rivera going to the sidelines as Flamer, like I mentioned, back in. And Betsy has the play from Freddie Johnson on a 4th down and 4 at the 30-yard line of the Wildcats. And I believe they're going to go for it. They're not going to try a long field goal.
I'm not even sure if they have a kicker. I've not been able to find their scores posted on their website, so not sure how they're scoring their PATs.
Betts under center. And the ball
snapped a little early, it looks like.
Was snapped early, and a bad exchange. We'll have to see you come away with it.
Well, on that play, the only guy moving was the center, and then the quarterback looked a little bit surprised when he saw the ball land in front of him. Picks up a yard, but needed 3.
They recovered, but really didn't matter as they needed a couple yards for that 1st down. He got 1 way short, and now Delmar going to take over on downs. 9-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0. 1st down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Shane Leatherberry, the quarterback. Under center. 3 running backs in the backfield. Expected to be handed off. And it is. Up the middle.
Trey Leatherberry, big fullback, number 44. Gain of about 4.
Leatherberry, the starting fullback. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line. 2nd quarter, 8:34. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0. Leatherberry once again getting the play from his head coach, Dave Hearn, and he'll be up after the game for the coach's corner. And also we will pick a Delaware Electric player of the game. Leatherberry under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. Man in motion, number 34.
Counter.
And it's a counter. I don't know if he got back to the line of
He
scrimmage.
did not. It looks like he lost 2 or 3 yards there.
And that's number 29, Jordan Brown. He'll get some carries.
And Anthony, already, Coach Johnson doing exactly what I thought he had to do. That's Delmar's 8th, 9th play of the game. Lake Forest has had 18 plays. They're chewing up clock. They're keeping the ball. And just not going to let Delmar play with the ball if they can.
As Justin Brown also key on defense, having a key interception for Delmar. He plays both ways. Leatherberry, he's going to air it out.
Fumble.
And I think he recovered it. As Lake Forest, they brought the pressure.
Yes, it looked like he just lost the handle on it. He was bringing his hand back to throw and just dropped it, and I didn't see anybody hit him until after the ball was on the ground.
I think he was just feeling that pressure as they were bringing the blitz.
I tell you, these defensive ends from Lake Forest, they're coming straight up the field, and they're containing Leatherberry right now.
It's a 4th down and long. Getting ready to punt it. That's Bud. That's a better kick. It's a short one, but it's going to take a bounce. Roll near midfield. As number 21, the deep man for Lake Forest, he was standing back all the way at the 45-yard line of Lake, but instead it's at about the midfield. Once again, a great field position for Coach Johnson.
Update at the beach. CR blocks a punt. Dominic Dorsey picks it up, runs it in. Caesar Rodney, 21. Cape and Lupin, 7. Second quarter.
Who would have thought that would have been the score?
I was expecting a much closer game, but Caesar Rodney is a dangerous team. Lots of speed, big school.
A lot of talent. I think that non-conference has definitely helped them. A tough schedule early on. That's Flamer. He's busting it outside 30. 25.
Cutting back.
Cutting it back now to in the middle. He's still on his feet. A lot of movement, but not many yards after he went from the edge to try to get to inside.
Yeah, he went north and then started going east to west a little bit. Maybe picked up another yard. Appears to be about a 22-yard run by Flamer.
While we have tonight's wireless connection is brought to you by Wireless Zone, a Verizon premium retailer with 3 locations, Milford, Harrington, and Middletown. Back to the action, first down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Betts under center. Man in motion, number 32. And ball's handed off once again up the middle.
36. He comes in to that's Cheyenne Rivera. He comes in to spell Flamer. Picks up 2 yards.
You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on Hot Country 107.7 WKHI Fruitland. 6:03, second quarter. Second down and 9 at the 25. Delmar 0, Lake Forest 0. Defensive struggle so far. Betts doing a nice job in his first year as the starting quarterback. As Tavon Scott, he transferred to Cape, and he's their quarterback. Ball's, instead it was faked. That's option number 32. As it was faked to the ball carrier inside and still the option. The number 32 on that outside edge. And he could not free himself for any positive yards.
Loss of about 2 on that play.
5:21, second quarter. As you mentioned, when they're running it, this game is just flying by.
Yeah, we're going to be out here early. No doubt about it. So far, Delmar has shut down this option. They have not let this option beat them. Like I said, this Flamer kid, that's who they're going to have to stop. And I guess I'd still be giving him the ball. He wouldn't be out of the game right now.
It could be overtime. You don't know at this point.
Very true.
Third down and 10 at the 27 of Delmar. Ball handed it off. I believe that's number 36 once again. And that's
Cheyenne Rivera picks up a gain of about 4. So we're going to have a 4th and 6 here.
Rivera getting some touches to spell Flamer.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 6. They're inside the 25-yard line, about the 24, close to the 23.
4:20, second quarter. About a 4th and 6, as you mentioned, ball at the 24-yard line, and they're not going to kick a long field goal again. They're going to go for it. Betts directing traffic. Get number 12 in the right position. I think Coach Johnson's going to take a timeout. They were just not ready.
Yeah, he wanted a slot right there on this play. Number 12 was going out to the left. The quarterback was trying to hurry him over. Hey, this Lake Forest team looks like Penn State out there in that all white and that one blue stripe down the helmet.
And number 12 is Logan Simpson. Had a nice reception early on in the first half.
Logan Simpson also has been the one putting pressure on this quarterback here. Twice he's been in his face. Hasn't sacked him yet, but he's been in his face. He's caused him to trip and fall, and the errant pass, and then he dropped the ball back there. So he's been putting a lot of pressure on Leatherby.
And Simpson also the punter. 4:05, second quarter. Coming up at halftime, my one-on-one interview with Greg Biffle, driver of the number 16 3M Ford Fusion.
Race weekend in Dover. I have an update here. Sussex Central on top of Sussex Tech, 21-7, end of the first quarter.
I expected a blowout in Georgetown as it's homecoming. for Coach John Wells.
Yeah, they had the one comparison score, and that was St. Mark's and
41-0.
Right,
That
Tech had
Sussex
nothing.
Tech loss in week number 2 was their home opener.
Exactly. And Tech had nothing for them. And then Sussex Central, like I said, 13-13 at the half, and then a couple bad breaks, a couple fumbles, and you can't fumble against a St. Mark's team like that.
Very young team. I believe there's 8 seniors on the Sussex Central Golden Knight team. It's a 4th down and 6, as we mentioned, at the 24. Betts under center. Man in motion is number 32. It's a long snap. Fake the flamer. Rolls to his right, and he is wrapped up for a sack by number 83. And the 4th down play fails, and Delmar will take over with decent field position. As Benny, Lake Forest started about the 48-yard line for Delmar on the good side of the field, and they could not capitalize with that great field position.
Nah, the big play that took them down inside the 25. And then, right now, if I'm Freddie Johnson, I'm a defensive team. I'm happy. I'm not happy that I'm not making these mistakes, but I'm happy at 0-0, and they're not getting the ball very much. So, it's just you can't let them have that one touchdown because then you're going to have to open up the offense.
1st down and 10 at the 28. Leatherbury under center. Man in motion, number 34. He's blocking. Straight ahead as the defense was fooled. That was about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Making the stop on number 10 for Lake Forest.
That little guard trap there. They're going to give him 9. He twist and turn, and now they're looking at 2nd and 1.
Dominique Caldwell Sabino making the stop.
Delmar spreading the ball around amongst their backs.
3:25, 2nd down and 2 at the 36-yard line of the Wildcats. Leatherbury under center, I formation, and it's a nice hole as number 29 still on his feet. Getting past the midfield, crosses to about the 48-yard line of Lake Forest as the offensive line did a great job creating a seam.
Number 26, Jordan Simpson got just enough. He got a little piece, but it was just enough to bring him down.
Clock continues to roll. 3:06, 2nd quarter. 0-0 Lake Forest against the Delmar Wildcats. Leatherbury, 1st down and 10. They're at midfield. I formation. He fakes it. Now he passes it. And it is caught by number 87 on a short route. About 3 yards on the reception. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and long. Ball at about the 48-yard line of Lake Forest. 2:30 before halftime. 0-0.
I'm sure Dave Hearn would like to put one in before we go out of here at halftime. His offense has really struggled here so far.
Leatherbury, the quarterback, under center. Man in motions, number 2. Ball's handed off on the delay. The number 29, and he reaches out for about the 35-yard line. He definitely got enough for the 1st down. Trying to get an extra yard or 2. Moving the chains.
Dave Hearn showing how to run this wing T offense. A little straight dive off tackle.
Lake Forest has a 1 timeout remaining before halftime. I believe Delmar has their full complement. 1:55, 1st down and 10. 37-yard line of the Spartans.
Got an unbalanced line here.
And handed off on the draw play for about 3 or 4 yards.
Coach Hearn going unbalanced left, bring the fullback back to the right. Picks up a couple yards there.
And Delmar is going to use one of their 3 timeouts at the 1:34 mark. Delmar 0, Lake Forest 0. And that penalty is really looming large. As we mentioned in the 1st quarter, you had Leatherbury scampering down for the touchdown. You had the penalty about midfield. But the key there was Lake Forest committed a legal procedure. So I think they had the ball at about that 9-yard line. And then the field goal attempt by Bud was no good. So you can't get 6 points. You can't get 3 points. And that's why we're at 0-0.
Right, and not having that touchdown early on. Now Lake Forest, maybe they can't sit on the ball like they can at 0-0. And, that's what they've done so far. They've sat on the ball. They want to score, but they're being conservative, chewing up clock. If Dave Hearn can come in out here with a touchdown, go up 7-0 at the half, that's going to be really big because then Lake Forest is going to have to open up their offense a little and get a score.
As you mentioned, Coach Johnson, what he wants to do is kind of grind it out, running that option, keep the ball on the ground. He does not want to throw the ball a lot, not especially with a young quarterback.
And keep Leatherberry on the sidelines.
A 2nd down and 8, ball at the 35-yard line of Lake Forest. Delmar with the ball. I formation, Leatherberry under center. Ball's fake, number 29, rolls to his right, still on his feet. He wants to throw it. It's complete, number 44. Near the Delmar sidelines, near that 20-yard line.
So you're going to spot it about the 25, so a little 10 inside the 25, 11-yard pass there.
Complete to Trey Leatherberry, the fullback. Leatherberry to Leatherberry connection. 1:26 before halftime, 0-0. It's going to break a 1st down and 10. Ball at about the 25-yard line.
I'm sure Dave Hearn's feeling good because, like you said, Bud attempted a 31-yard field goal. It was wide right, but he had the distance, and he's got 2 field goals already this season.
Leatherberry going to the line. I formation. Number 44 in the backfield. I believe number 39, man in motion, 34. Ball's handed off. Draw play. Off tackle. That's number 29. Surging for a couple yards.
About 4-yard, 5. That stick just keeps moving, doesn't it? About a 5-yard gain there, maybe 6.
Clock continues to wind as we're down to 1:16 before halftime.
It's a big drive here for Delmar, and they've really struggled in the first half. Coach Johnson taking a timeout now.
And that should be their last one. They should be out.
All right, they're getting close to field goal range. And a big boot.
As a Delmar, they still have 2 timeouts.
Update in Laurel, Delaware Military. Laurel tied at 7. 3:49 left in the half.
Scoring update live in Dagsboro as the Indian River taking on the Milford Bucks. Indian River 7, and they are in the second quarter. A lot of close games going on tonight.
And the ones we expect to be close aren't. I really thought that Cape CR game would be another battle like last year.
Coming out of the Freddie Johnson timeout. It's a 2nd down and 5 at the 19-yard line of Lake Forest.
Option.
The number 29 cuts outside. I think he got close to a 1st down. It's a 3rd down and short.
Gain of about 3 on that play.
Minute 11 before halftime.
Coach Hearn is riding Jordan Brown right now, trying to get to the end zone. He had a couple touchdowns in the first game of the season over at Chesapeake.
And that was a close one.
I formation.
3rd down and 2 at the 16. Leatherberry under center. Number 44, number 29 in the backfield. It's handed off to number 29 up the middle for minimal gain.
1st down.
It moves the chains enough for that 1st down, and that's important. As Delmar trying to punch it in before halftime. About a minute left.
Spikes the ball, stop the clock.
And that's what they did. I see a penalty, though. I see a flag, so there's a penalty.
Personal foul. That's huge.
And Coach Dave Hearn, very animated, he disagrees.
I can't tell if he disagrees or he disagrees with one of his players. His attention was towards the huddle, so that's huge. He's in field goal range. They're moving the ball. Now you get a personal foul on a spiked football. I mean, what the referee showed looked like somebody threw an elbow to the head. He was showing the elbow coming up. So obviously an offensive lineman decided to give a shot to a defensive lineman there.
Thought they would take the timeout instead of they just spike it. And now it's a long first down.
Unless they lose the down, Anthony. That's like a 15-yard loss. Shotgun formation.
As a Leatherberry, empty backfield. They're going to take another timeout as a Coach Ahern goes onto the field. We have about a minute left. 0-0 between the Lake Forest Spartans and the Delmar Wildcats.
Yeah, I think one thing that penalty there showed, Anthony, was I think Delmar's probably frustrated. I think they expected to have a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns here in the first half. Lake Forest defense is playing them really strong. You know, they're containing the outside. Now Delmar has opened up the passing game and has moved the ball down the field. That penalty, really huge. Between the 2 big penalties so far in this game, the kick return and the opening kickoff that negates a touchdown. Let's see what happens here. They were in field goal range, they're in scoring range, and now the ball's out to about the 27-yard line. Anthony got an update. Alex Kemp, 1-yard run. Caesar Rodney, 28, Cape Open 7. 2:49 left in the second quarter. I think you were right. The tough schedule, the preparing for the season for the Henley Open North, is what Mike Schoenwolf did, and it's showing. It looks like it's showing so far tonight.
He's definitely one of the best coaches. Has a Division I championship by his name.
Title in his second year there.
Leatherberry, empty backfield, shotgun. Back to pass, rolls to his right, and
Short.
the ball just incomplete. It was too low, near the shoes.
He was under pressure, let it go, and that's twice that's happened. He's put it right at the receiver's feet. I thought maybe we would see spread him out and let Leatherby run the ball, but like I said, Lake Forest it's got showing some good containment on the outside. They're coming straight up the field with their defensive ends, and they're not letting Leatherby get outside.
Incomplete pass. 57 seconds before halftime. A second down and 25. After that big penalty, backed them up. Ball at the 27-yard line. Leatherberry getting the play once again.
In Woodside, Anthony. Polytech up 14-0 second quarter over Smyrna.
As Polytech trying to improve to 4-0, and the next week they take on Caesar Rodney in Camden for CR's homecoming.
I wonder when the last time Poly had a better record than CR going into that game. Drops deep back.
And Leatherberry, complete number 44. About that 20-yard line. Clock continues to run. They're way short of the first down.
Little middle screen, picked up about 4 yards. Again, the name I've been calling all night. Logan Simpson, number 12, was not fooled. He dropped back. He made the tackle on the fullback.
As the first down would be inside of the 5-yard line. For Delmar, 30 seconds. Third down and 20. Ball at the 23-yard line. And we'll have to see what Coach Ahern elects to do.
Looks like he's going to let the clock run down for one play here. They're looking at the clock. He's standing next to the referee. There's your timeout.
And he takes a timeout, just as you mentioned. As they're going to have 2 plays before halftime, 14 seconds.
Fourth down. The first down is around the 2-yard line, so we're probably going to see maybe one play. I would think they'd have to throw to the end zone right now.
You're right. If they get the first down, perhaps they would have a chance to run another play. But I think on this one, we'll see Leatherberry probably roll to his right and throw a downfield,
Exactly.
maybe in the end zone.
I think we're going to see how good of an arm he has right now. The way he's been driving back, looks like he's going to be probably about the 30 or so. You know. Oh, no, they're going for a field goal, a 40-yard field goal, Anthony.
Testing his leg.
Actually, looks like officially at 39, just inside the 30.
And that's Bud once again.
He's on the right hash.
Leatherberry.
His last kick went wide left.
The placeholder. Waiting for the snap. It's a high snap. It's down. It's got the distance. Wide right. It is no good. He had the leg, but just pushed it wide right.
He had more than the distance. It went over the fence, which is, 10 yards past the goalpost. This kid's got a boot. If this game comes down, this guy might have one chance to win it. Not many high school football games you've seen won on a field goal.
That's for sure, because we thought Leatherberry and Coach Herman, they were going to have to throw it to downfield and try to get the 6 points. Instead, they tried their second field goal, unsuccessful. Have 8 seconds before halftime And I would expect Freddie Johnson just to let Ridgely Betts come in for a first down and 10 at the 20 and just take a knee.
Take a knee or maybe take a chance with the fullback breaking one, but it looks like taking a knee here. There it is.
And that's what he does. Takes the knee. That's the end of the first quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on Hot Country 107.7 and CatchItLive.com.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown is your local Chevrolet dealer in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country. We sell the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, as well as a large selection of pre-owned vehicles. Most of our pre-owned vehicles are Chevrolet certified pre-owned and carry a 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty, as well as regular oil changes and tire rotations for the first 2 years and 30,000 miles. Now that's peace of mind on a pre-owned vehicle. Give us a call at 856-2521 in Delaware or visit us on the web at firststatechevy.com. First State Chevy, where we put you, the customer, first.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan will keep your home running smoothly and your family safe and secure. Satterfield and Ryan is Delaware's only elite power pro dealer, providing professional sales, superior service, and quality repairs. Satterfield and Ryan in Milford, online at delawaregenerators.net. Call 302-422-4919. Satterfield and Ryan. Get the job done right the first time.
I'm Gary Rhodes from Milford Southern States. Expect nothing less than a superior performance day when using a Mahindra tractor. The Mahindra tractor can lift heavy loads, and with its cast iron chassis, it provides traction, stability, and control. At Milford Southern States, we feature a full line of Mahindra tractors, including the 3616 four-wheel drive that can carry firewood, dirt, manure, and also clear away snow. It also comes with a deluxe suspension and an easy access fuel tank. Call us at Milford Southern States, 422-8066. Farmer owned since 1923.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
Do you have metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald's will pick up your unwanted vehicles and will buy your car or lawnmower batteries. If it's made of metal, Fitzgerald's pays cash and recycles it, which helps the environment. Fitzgerald's will also pick up and deliver roll-off dumpsters, and they accept electronics too, including cell phones and computers. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Jesus recycles people, Fitzgerald's recycles cars.
You're listening to Friday Night Under the Lights with CatchItLive.com's Anthony Joseph on Hot Country 107.7 FM.
Lake Forest 0. And as we mentioned in the Del One pregame show, as the NASCAR guys in town at the Monster Mile, and I was very fortunate enough to meet Greg Biffle once again. It's my third time, and I had a one-on-one interview with Mr. Biffle, as Greg Biffle has 2 victories at the Monster Mile back in 2005 and also 2008. And here's the interview for you. Greg, you were involved in an event with the Boys and Girls Club a couple years ago, and today you're interacting again with the young kids. How rewarding is it to be able to help promote NASCAR to the little youngsters?
Oh, I mean, it's very important, and, I'm really excited to be, part of the Give Kids a Smile program to promote good dental health and teach them about brushing their teeth 2 times a day for 2 minutes. It's really important. And then to see them all, how excited I am when I start the car up and drive it up here, and they all get to go over and have pictures with the race car. That's it's really fun to be a part of that.
Now you have a big race on Sunday, the AAA 400. What is it going to take to get back to victory lane and secure your third victory at the Monster Mile?
I don't know what it's going to take. We've had a lot of success there. We've struggled there a little bit. That place is tough. This is a second time going back with the Gen 6 car. I think that we've learned a lot in the last 6 or 8 weeks, and I think that we're going to be a lot better when we go back this time.
Now, back in 2010, Denny Hamlin won 8 times and did not win the championship. How many victories is it going to take to hoist the trophy this year?
Well, one guy's got 7 now and leading the points, so I don't know if it'll take more than that, but it's definitely going to take multiple wins to pull off a title.
Now, you won the Nationwide Series Championship, the Camping World Truck Series Championship. What would it mean to you to be able to win the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series Championship?
Well, it'd be really neat to be able to do that. It's it's my dream. Complete my career, so to speak. If I got an opportunity to win the Sprint Cup title, and we're working hard this year to see if we can get it done.
Last question. At the Monster Mile, is it the most physical and demanding track on the circuit?
I would say it's definitely one of the most physically demanding. Bristol has brought itself almost to the forefront because of the way we run that track up against the wall now. But Darlington, Bristol, and probably Dover are the 3 toughest racetracks we race at.
Greg, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back live to the Delmar. That's my one-on-one interview with Greg Biffle, driver of the number 16 3M Ford Fusion. I'd like to thank Greg Biffle for taking the time out of his busy schedule as on Sunday, the NASCAR guys in town at Dover International Speedway for the AAA 400 live on ESPN. We're going to take another brief timeout as you're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7.
Trailers. Jim Weller here, and if you need a trailer, give me a call. Open and closed, new, used, rusty, dusty, whatever. If you need a used trailer, give me a call. Got a used trailer you want to sell? Give me a call. Want to talk turkey? Give me a call. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hey folks, Colin Walls here for Walls Service Center. Have you turned your car's AC on only to find out it's blowing hot air? Are you tired of the quick fix that only lasts a couple of days? If so, come see me at Walls Service Center. Walls Service Center has been automotive air conditioning specialist for over 50 years. Stop in. We're located on Northeast Front Street in downtown Milford, or give us a call. 422-8110.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Bridgeville, and today let's talk about carports. Different roof styles, colors, shapes, sizes, lengths, widths, and so on. If you need a carport, call Weller's today. They include free delivery and setup right to your yard. Give me a call today.
Catch it live streaming of your events in high-definition video to anywhere in the world. Call Jim at 337-7300, 337-7300, 337-7300. No event too small. This game is being brought to you by Del One Federal Credit Union, Delaware Electric Co-op, Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling, Milford Southern States, Smith's Family Restaurant, Satterfield and Ryan, and First State Chevrolet.
You are listening to Friday Night Under the Lights with CatchItLive.com's play-by-play announcer, Anthony Joseph, on Hot Country 107.7 FM.
And welcome back. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7. We're live in Delmar 0, Lake Forest 0. We're at halftime, and we have some other scores to pass along as the CR taking on the Cape Vikings 28-7, and they are in Lewis at the halftime. And, Benny, are you surprised by that score?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I mean, I can see it happen because, I know how explosive that wing tee can be. And, once you jump on somebody, teams can run out like that, and CR is the kind of team that can do that.
What are some of the other scores going on? I know Indian River and Milford 13-0.
I believe that's late in the second quarter.
That's correct. Dover 14, St. Mark's 10 still, third quarter. Remember, they had a 7 o'clock kickoff up there. Polytech up 14-0 on Smyrna last report, second quarter. Laurel DMA 7-7, second quarter. Sussex Central starting to pull away, 21-7. That should be nearing the half. And an update out of Seaford. Woodbridge 21, Seaford 6, second quarter.
As Lake Forest against the Delmar Wildcats at Lake Forest 2-1, undefeated Delmar. And it's, as we mentioned, a defensive struggle as in the second half. We'll probably see some of the same as Lake Forest likes to run the options, and Flamer will get a lot of touches.
Right, and Lake Forest will be taking the ball here in the second half. I think the big key so far in this first half, Anthony, are the two big penalties. Delmar's been penalized 3 times for 40 yards, but they were huge penalties. One was on the opening kickoff, which takes the touchdown away. They don't score. And then down here, they're in field goal range. And maybe even touchdown, but they're definitely in field goal range. They're inside the 20. They're at the 18-yard line. Spiking the ball, and you get a personal foul on a lineman throwing an elbow at a defensive lineman. Now, Dave Hearn can't be happy about that. Now we're 0-0, right where Freddie Johnson wants to be. He's going to take the ball here to start the second half. Jordan Brown, he's 64 yards here in the first half. Leatherbury's 3 for 6 for 17, total of 89 yards for Delmar here in the first half. And then Lake Forest, John Flamer, 1, 2, 3, looks like about 10 carries, 37 yards. They have a total of 70 as 70 yards in the first half. So we have a pretty even game here. We're not seeing the ball in the air much, maybe a little bit, but yeah, I think these two teams, Delmar started to open up there. They went to that wing tee, started going off tackle, started throwing the ball, but I would think Coach Johnson wants to come out, take this ball, score, and make this a ball game and let his defense win it for him.
And Leatherbury, talking about that penalty, he ran down the sidelines in the end zone for the touchdown, which was negated because of the penalty. And then I thought after that he looked a little anxious because there was a kickoff, and there was 3 defenders. Instead of just basically making a fair catch, right, he elected at the last minute to run with it. He coughed it up, and another Delmar Wildcat special teamer had to pounce on it.
Let it roll dead, at the 12 as opposed to at the 5. And he's been rattled. This is a kid that scored 6 touchdowns against John Carroll, and tonight he's looking at minus 18 yards on 2 rollouts. And like I said, Lake Forest is taking those 2 defensive ends, taking them straight up the field. They're not chasing them inside. They're not getting beat on containment. And they have contained Leatherbury, which is, has been the big gun for Delmar this year. He's put the ball in the end zone a lot.
And also, Bud, he's 0 for 2 on field goal attempts in the first game against the Chesapeake out of Maryland. It was the final 30-27. And as you mentioned earlier, Bud, with that key field goal to win the game.
30-yard game-winning field goal.
We're locked up here at 0 apiece at halftime in Delmar, Lake Forest, and the Delmar Wildcats. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7. Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
Got metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling is environmentally friendly and helping to keep Delmarva clean and green by recycling. So bring your copper, aluminum, and brass, stainless steel, wire, lead, light iron, heavy steel, tractors, farm equipment, lawnmowers, and appliances, barbecue grills, aluminum cans, even cars and trucks. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Jesus recycles people. Fitzgerald's recycles cars.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
I'm Gary Rhodes from Milford Southern States. Expect nothing less than a superior performance day when using a Mahindra tractor. The Mahindra tractor can lift heavy loads, and with its cast iron chassis, it provides traction, stability, and control. At Milford Southern States, we feature a full line of Mahindra tractors, including the 3616 four-wheel drive that can carry firewood, dirt, manure, and also clear away snow. It also comes with a deluxe suspension and an easy access fuel tank. Call us at Milford Southern States, 422-8066. Farmer owned since 1923.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan will keep your home running smoothly and your family safe and secure. Satterfield and Ryan is Delaware's only elite power pro dealer, providing professional sales, superior service, and quality repairs. Satterfield and Ryan in Milford, online at delawaregenerators.net. Call 302-422-4919. Satterfield and Ryan. Get the job done right the first time.
First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown is your local Chevrolet dealer in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country. They carry the full lineup of new Chevrolet cars and trucks, including the all-new Chevy Corvette Stingray. We're the one-stop for all your automotive needs with a full-service facility and a state-of-the-art collision center all in one location. First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown. You can give us a call at 856-2521 in Delaware or visit us on the web at firststatechevy.com, where they put you, the customer, first.
You're listening to Friday Night Under the Lights with CatchItLive.com's Anthony Joseph on Hot Country 107.7 FM.
Delmar. Tonight's wireless coverage is brought to you by Wireless Zone, a Verizon premium retailer with 3 locations, Milford, Harrington, and Middletown. Lake Forest getting ready to kick it off as they opened up.
Yeah, it looks like one of the two halves they chose to kick off. They've kicked off both halves here tonight.
As of the deep men for the Wildcats, standing at about the 15-yard line. That's number 20 getting ready to kick it off for the Spartans.
Josh Mitchell.
And he kicks it. It's a high, deep kick. Takes a bounce. Fielded at the 20. 25. Changes directions from the near to the far. At about that 26-yard line. Started near the Delmar sidelines and then turned it upfield.
Picked up about 7 on the kickoff on the return. Ran a lot of real estate for that 7 yards as he went to the far hash mark.
Delmar with the ball just to start the third quarter. 0-0, 11:54. First down and 10 at the 27-yard line. Leatherberry getting the play from Coach Dave Hearn. Leatherberry in his first year as the starting quarterback, taking over for the graduated Kevin Trader. I formation. Leatherberry under center. Handed off straight ahead, still on his feet for about a 5-yard gain. Number 69 making the stop for the Spartans.
Yeah, they're making Lake Forest respect that fullback dive there, which opened up the option there we saw late in the second quarter. I mean, Delmar was sustaining a drive, like we said, going down right at the end of the second quarter, right down at halftime, and penalty drove it back. So they had the momentum. See if they can pick it back up here in the third quarter. Third quarter I think it's one of the all-time important quarters in high school football.
Second down and 5 at the 33, 11-13. Leatherberry under center, I formation. He's back to pass, rolls to his right. It's complete at the 35, number 81. And number 21 taking him to the ground. Devontae Bordley, defensive back.
It'll be a gain of about 5. It's going to be a long one here. It's long at third and a long one.
And some of the fans calling for a horse collar. It was close.
And he had him wrapped around the waist and around the shoulder pads. I mean, you're not going to get that call there. He was just wrapping him up, taking him to the ground. He didn't just pull him, off his feet from his heels.
10:49 as the chain gang coming in to measure it. Got to pinned on the spot. Delmar opened up the second half with the ball. Leatherberry, a lot of poise, under pressure a lot tonight. And third down.
It's very short.
And short. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Wildcats. Leatherberry breaks huddle. Think they could run a quarterback sneak up the middle.
I'm going to keep the ball in Leatherby's hands here and get that yard and inches, actually, and get a first down and come back after him.
Leatherberry under center. We're 29 and 44 in the backfield.
Number 55, Brian Thompson, middle linebacker, coming up in the hole.
34 man in motion. Handed off straight up the middle, number 44. He's about at that 45-yard line, and now everybody converging to get together. A lot of pushing and shoving. And Trey Leatherberry with the first down, 10:31, third quarter, 0-0, Lake Forest and Delmar. Delmar with the ball. It's going to bring up a first down and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And last play there, Anthony, is woke this Delmar crowd up. The referees didn't blow the whistle right away, similar to a rugby game out there. And Delmar fans are starting to come to their feet. They're moving the ball here a little bit, and they're starting to get excited.
Leatherberry takes his team to the line of scrimmage. And the officials are looking at the clock. 10:30, third quarter, 0-0, live in Delmar. Henlopen South Conference matchup, week number 4. Undefeated Delmar, 3-0. Lake Forest, 2-1. Their only loss at the hands of the Sussex Central Golden Knights in week number 2 in Georgetown.
I think coming into this game, we had more questions about Lake Forest than we did about Delmar. And so far, Lake Forest is answering their critics. They're playing tough defense and holding the ball.
Now we're back to the action. Clock now continues to wind. Ball's handed off on a first down and 10 at the 45. Ball carrier takes it to about the 46-yard line of Lake Forest.
Leatherby picks up about 9. Carries 3 Lake Forest tacklers along with him for a couple extra yards.
Scoring update, Dover and St. Mark's late in the third, 14-10. As the updates continue to pour in. 9:37, second down and 1 at the 47-yard line of Lake Forest. Leatherberry under center. 3 running backs in the backfield. And that's a quarterback sneak, left side. Now he takes it up in the middle of the field and continues to move the ball and the sticks. And that's another first down, gain of 6.
Shane Leatherby starting to get himself in the offense there. A little fake dive, and then he went option and took the keeper. Turned it up for a first down, 6-yard gain.
9:08, third quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0. Leatherberry under center. Trey Leatherberry in the backfield, the halfback. And quarterback keeper once again changes directions. Trying to turn it back to the middle. He's on that outside edge. And Lake Forest very fast in pursuit. As number 22 making the stop, and that's Flamer.
He picks up about 2 yards. I think if he just kept going to the sideline, he'd picked up a few more. But like you said, he stopped and tried to cut it back and ran right into 2 or 3 Lake Forest defenders.
8:26, third quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 0.
Having equipment time out here, Anthony.
Gives both teams a chance to kind of get their breath and settle down as the action's been fast and furious with both teams running the ball, eating up a lot of clock.
We're entering the final quarter up in Pike Creek. Still Dover on top, 14-10. That's a big Division I matchup there.
And Dover just trying to hang on. As St. Mark's, they could suffer their first loss of the season. Leatherberry under center, 3 running backs in the backfield.
Option
Leatherberry
again.
Just going to call his number once again, and I believe he got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe on that last effort, maybe a yard.
Past couple plays, John Flamer starting to impose himself on defense as well. He's made the last couple tackles there. We're looking at a 3rd and 7.
7:27, third down and long at about the 35-yard line of Lake Forest. As Leatherberry gets the play from Dave Hearn. Coming up after the game, the Delaware Electric Player of the Game. Leatherberry breaks huddle. Trey Leatherberry in the backfield.
Unbalanced left eye formation.
And it's handed off as it was fake to Trey Leatherberry. Straight ahead running. 3 or 4 yards. As Lake Forest trying to rotate players in and out.
Dave Hearn showed that twice now. He's going unbalanced and going back to the other side. Once with the fullback, that time with his tailback. Looks like we're going to be punting here.
6:35 to go, third quarter. 4th down and 5 at the 33. And they're trying to determine what they want to do. They're going to punt, go for a long field goal, and no, they're not going to try the field goal. They're going to have to punt it away. That's Bud standing at about the 47-yard line, his own 47. That's a high kick.
Oh, it's going to roll. And at the 1.
What a great kick.
I think they call that the coffin corner, Anthony.
Pinning them down to that 1-yard line. And that's going to be a tough challenge for Ridgely Betts.
Anthony, 6:07 left in the third quarter. What are your thoughts right now? I don't think we expected this.
Well, you have 2 well-coached teams. Last year was a tight game, 7-7 in the closing minutes of the 4th. And Kevin Trader ran down the sidelines in the closing minutes and scored the winning touchdown as Delmar prevailed 14-7. And another close game. That's why this is the big game of the week on Friday Night Football under the lights on Hot Country. And catch it live. Betts straight ahead running on that quarterback keeper.
That was Flamer. They went twins right, spread them out, and then went Flamer up the middle. Looks a gain of maybe 2 on that, Anthony.
Under 6 minutes in the third quarter. On a 2nd down and long, ball's at the 2-yard line. That's where you need a good pair of binoculars.
We got an angle, a very small 2-pane window, and a bad angle right now.
Delmar Wildcats taking on the Lake Forest Spartans. Ridgely Betts starting quarterback. Directing traffic. Under center. Man in motion. And that's Betts.
They pulled him down. It's a safety.
A quarterback sneak in the end zone for a safety. And the fans are excited, and Coach Hearn excited. This is like a baseball game, 2-0.
Right, that was like the fullback, number 44. I think he's also playing defensive tackle, Trey Leatherberry, pulls him down, chases him down, and pulls him down for a safety.
And the fans are getting excited. 2-0. 5 minutes, third quarter. It's a safety, as originally Betts at this time, quarterback keeper in the end zone, as the defense in heavy pursuit.
Cape answers to start the third quarter, 28-14. Caesar Rodney, early third quarter. On the 2-yard line there, Anthony, that's a big chance that Lake Forest took there with the fake dive to the fullback and then trying to go option or just a quarterback sprint out. You have to run back into your own end zone to make any gains.
I figured what they were going to do is just hand it off to Flamer once again and be safe. Instead, Brett's just trying to roll to his right with the ball and just unsuccessful. As now Lake Forest has to kick it off after the safety at their own 20-yard line. And the deep men for Delmar standing at their own 35. Getting ready for this kickoff. They're taking their sweet time. It's a short kick
inside
to the up man at the 45-yard line of Lake Forest. That's number 14 for the Delmar Special Teams.
It's Chris Bennett. And now you're going to give Delmar the ball at the Lake Forest 45. So that safety is going to be big now. You're giving Delmar in a short field after they just drove.
5:06, third quarter, 2-0. Delmar taking on Lake Forest. Henlopen South Conference matchup. The winner will have the edge towards the conference title. Leatherberry, good field position under center.
Back to the wing tee.
Long snap. It's handed off. That's Trey Leatherberry. Still on his feet, making his way to about the 35-yard line of Lake Forest. And we'll have to see if the Lake Forest defense starts to wear down.
Mm-hmm. I think just like we saw in the first half, all that John Flamer. Now you're going to see some Trey Leatherberry. He's another big body, big fullback, pounding the ball in there. So we're going to have a measurement here, Anthony.
Running backs for Delmar, Trey Leatherberry, halfback Jordan Brown, and then the other halfback Donovan Taylor. And as you mentioned, the chain gang measuring 4:45, third quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 2 after the safety. As originally Betts caught in the end zone. And I believe they are short. It's going to bring up second down and inches.
Delmar's starting to go to this fullback game, and I'm Dave Hearn. I stick with it. 2-0 lead. This, there's not going to be a lot of scores in this game tonight, so see if you can go down there and punch one in.
And really the key was Bud with his kick, pinning the Lake Forest offense at the 1-yard line.
That was an excellent kick. It didn't look good coming off his foot, but it hit it about the 15-yard line, 14-yard line, and rolled right down to the one and went out of bounds.
It's a second down in inches, as I mentioned, at the 34-yard line. Leatherberry.
Back to the eye.
Under center, Trey Leatherberry in the backfield. Also number 29, Jordan Brown, quarterback keeper, up the middle. Got enough for the first down and a couple more yards as the offensive line paving the way.
So he picked up about 6 yards on that play. Shane Leatherberry starting to get going. He was negative yardage in the first half. Now he's already up 16 yards here on 4 carries in the third quarter.
Clock continues to run. 4:25, third quarter. 2-0. Lake Forest losing against the Delmar Wildcats. Leatherberry, quarterback, under center.
Trey Leatherberry in the backfield, and also Jordan Brown. And it's faked. Quarterback keeper. Leatherberry on his feet, 20, 15, 10, and knocked out of bounds. .352, third quarter. It's going to bring up a first down and 10 at the 17-yard line of Lake Forest. And it seems that safety gave them excellent field position, and the offense is starting to roll.
Yeah, they're starting to gain their confidence. They're moving the ball. Everything's going forward now, cutting out the mistakes, big plays, and now they're inside. Now they're in the red zone looking to poise to score again.
Leatherberry under center. Man in motion is number 2, Trey Leatherberry in the backfield. Handed off number 29. It's a bad snap. A bad exchange. As the ball came loose, and we'll have to see who comes up with it. And the Wildcats, very fortunate.
Yeah, that ball looked like it bounced off Jordan Brown's hip, went to the ground. Brown turned around immediately and picked it up. Anthony Dover scores again. 8:44 left in the third quarter. They don't make the extra point. It's Dover 20. St. Mark's 10, 8:44 left in that game.
Seems a lot of teams, when they try the extra point, especially this year, they are unsuccessful.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of missed kicks, block kicks, and failed runs this year. You get down to playoff time, and those points become very important. And we're back to the wing tee.
Second down and 8 at the 14-yard line of Lake Forest. Penalty as quarterback keeper for Leatherberry. The quarterback went from the far side, or from the near to the far side, changing directions.
That's probably going to be a hole where that flag was thrown.
And they're coming back, so it's going to be against Delmar. 2:28 to end of third.
Shane Leatherberry, you can see he's starting to get his confidence there. You know, he's, again, just like the team, everything's moving forward. He had a nice cut back there. I thought Trey Leatherberry had the ball. Nice fake, came out to the left, made a couple cuts, but it's all going to be negated with a holding penalty, it looks like.
And the Delmar Wildcat offense being slowed down by key penalties. 2:28 into third quarter. Delmar 2, Lake Forest 0. And holding against the Delmar Wildcats as Lake Forest substituting players. On a hot and humid night in Delmar.
Very hot and humid. Anthony, looks like Laurel's on poised to win their first game of the season, up 17-7 on Delaware Military, third quarter.
Another scoring update, Sussex Central leading Sussex Tech 21-15 on homecoming in Georgetown for Coach John Wells. As next week, Coach John Wells taking on the Smyrna Eagles. They'll be back on the road. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will be hosting the Dover Senators. And Leatherberry getting a play from his head coach, Dave Hearn. And Lake Forest, they will be back home in Felton next week, taking on Indian River, and that's a Saturday game, Saturday afternoon game.
Another big South Division match up there for Lake Forest. Must be their homecoming. They like to play their homecoming on Saturdays.
It's a second down and long at the 29. Back to pass Leatherberry, and he's going to take a sack near the 45-yard line of Lake Forest.
Again, the name we keep calling, Logan Simpson, number 12. He made first contact on him. Held him up for a couple teammates to come bring him down.
Minute 36 remaining in the third quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 2. It's a third down and 32. Backing it up at about the Lake Forest 40-yard line. Leatherberry under center. Trey Leatherberry in the backfield. I believe Brown's back there with him. It's handed off to Trey. Off tackle. And the hand was closer to the face mask.
That was that unbalanced line again. This time they went to the strength with their fullback. He picked up about 5 yards on that carry.
48 seconds remaining in the third quarter on a 4th down and about 28 at the 35-yard line, and Bud's going to have to punt it, sending it about the 49-yard line of Lake. It's a high snap. He kicks it, trying to pin him back again. It's a high kick. Number 21, it's a fair catch inside the 10-yard line. Bad field position again.
Yeah, I think you got to take the chance and let that one bounce and go out. You know, a lot of coaches teach put your heels on the 10. Don't catch anything inside the 10. But he called for the fair catch. Catches it about the 6.
27 seconds remaining in the third. Another great to kick by Bud. As the Betts trying to get out near his own end zone. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 2. Betts, the quarterback, on a 1st down and 10 at about the 6-yard line of Lake.
Lake Forest has had horrible field position here in this whole second half.
Betts under center. Hands it off. And that was a hard hit. I believe that was Flamer, the ball carrier.
He stood him up right at the line.
Flamer ran into almost like a cement wall.
Yes, he did. There was more than one hand on him on that carry.
Under 6 seconds. I think they're not going to get off another play, and they will not at the end of 3 quarters. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 2. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7.
Trailers. Jim Weller here, and if you need a trailer, give me a call. Open and closed, new, used, rusty, dusty, whatever. If you need a used trailer, give me a call. Got a used trailer you want to sell? Give me a call. Want to talk turkey? Give me a call. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hey folks, Colin Walls here for Wall Service Center. Have you turned your car's AC on only to find out it's blowing hot air? Are you tired of the quick fix that only lasts a couple of days? If so, come see me at Wall Service Center. Wall Service Center has been automotive air conditioning specialist for over 50 years. Stop in. We're located on Northeast Front Street in downtown Milford, or give us a call. 422-8110.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Bridgeville, and today let's talk about carports. Different roof styles, colors, shapes, sizes, lengths, widths, and so on. If you need a carport, call Weller's today. They include free delivery and setup right to your yard. Give me a call today.
Catch it live streaming of your events in high-definition video to anywhere in the world. Call Jim at 337-7300, 337-7300, 337-7300. No event too small.
Now here's the voice of Delaware High School football, Anthony Joseph.
And welcome back. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on Hot Country 107.7 WKHI Fruitland. Getting ready to start the 4th period as the Lake Forest Spartans 0, Delmar 2. Lake Forest with the ball with bad field position.
That's been their story here in the second half so far.
On a 2nd down and long, ball placed at the 7-yard line of the Spartans. Betts hands it off. That's number 21. And he cuts it outside for a yard or two. Devontae Borderly, the ball carrier for Lake Forest. Donovan Taylor making the stop for the Wildcats. 11:34, just underway in the 4th quarter. Delmar 2, Lake Forest 0.
3rd and 9 here. I would think Coach Johnson's going to play conservative, try to give himself some room to punt, get this field position back, and maybe get a late score to win this game.
Betts breaks huddle under center. One running back in the backfield. Option. I believe that's 32 still on his feet. And bounces it outside to about the
10-yard line, short of a first down, and they're going to have to punt it, but they just needed some room.
Yeah, they've been in the shadow of their goalpost the whole second half, and they already had the safety. He decides to play a little bit more conservative. Delmar definitely they fixed whatever problems they had in the first half, and they're just pretty much shutting Lake Forest down. They've held them under 10 yards in the second half so far.
4th and 9. That's Simpson back getting ready to punt it deep in his own end zone. That's a high snap. It's a high kick. Leatherberry backpedaling to the 50-yard line, and it bounces to about the 45-yard line as Lake Forest finally downing it at the 45-yard line, and Delmar will take over on the Lake Forest side of the field.
They got a little bit of a roll. Nice high kick. Got about another 3-4 yards on the roll. But Delmar's going to have the ball back on the Lake Forest side of the field.
Last year, it went right down to the closing minutes.
Yeah, we could be seeing that again here.
And coming up after the game, the Delaware Electric player of the game and also the coach's corner with Dave Hearn. And Delmar breaks huddle. It's a first down and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Spartans. Shane Leatherberry, the quarterback, under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. Quarterback keeper, as it was fake to Trey. He's on this left side. He's at the 30. And knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. When he faked it to Trey Leatherberry, and Leatherberry running to the right side, he just went to this near side and had a big gap.
Lake Forest just did what they hadn't done the whole first half. When he faked that handoff, they broke containment. Defensive end went in and tried to make the tackle. Leatherberry pulled it out, up the field down to the 30.
To first down and 10 at the 30. Ball's handed off straight ahead.
Lake Forest, look like they're trying to strip that ball there.
As we had a new quarterback, Jonah Vincent, behind the center instead of Leatherberry. And Lake Forest kind of confused. They were not expecting that. And Vincent coming back onto the field. So second down and 5 at the 25. 9:26 remaining in this game. Vincent under center. And that was a bad exchange as he ran into Trey Leatherberry.
Now, Lake Forest is saying the ball's on the ground, and they have it.
And that's what the players are signaling, especially number 88. And the ball came loose.
And so are the referees.
That's a big, costly turnover. Not sure why Vincent was in the game.
He picked up the first down on the play, and then in the play before, he saw the Lake Forest players reaching and stripping at the ball.
And that was big as it changed field position as it's a first down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Betts under center, man in motion, number 21. It's headed off. That's Flamer. Straight ahead. He's got a big hole. 40. 45-yard line. As number 34 for Delmar making the stop, Donovan Taylor. As 3 Wildcats are trying to bring him to the ground.
He was, again, got just enough of that shoe to bring him down. A 15-yard carry there for Flamer.
And Leatherberry on the sidelines. The trainers are not looking at him, so he should be okay. That's the option. Number 21 on the far side, still on his feet. Past midfield. It's about that 49-yard line of Delmar.
Starting to look at that fumble gave Lake Forest a little bit of life here. They're now starting to move the ball forward. They're just went across midfield.
They were just happy that they weren't starting at their 7-yard line or their 2.
Yeah.
8:13, fourth quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 2. It's a 2nd down and 4 at the 49-yard line of the Wildcats as they're moving the ball late in this contest. Betts under center. Man in motion is number 21. Draw play. Off tackle. Got close near that first down marker.
It's a gain of about 4 and got the first down. That's number 36. He comes in to spell Flamer every once in a while. It's Cheyenne Rivera. He's had several touches in this game.
He's a backup to Flamer, doing an outstanding job. 7:34. Clock continues to run. First down and 10 at the 45. Straight ahead, moving the pile about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, this Lake Forest line is starting to really push the point of attack there, headed by their center, Brian Thompson, number 55. You know, they're putting their head down. They're pushing Delmar back to pick up a gain of, about 5 yards there.
It's at the Delmar 40-yard line. 7:08, fourth quarter. Delmar 2, Lake Forest 0. Lake Forest with the ball, and they're threatening. Do we have any more scoring updates?
Yes, we have a safety up there on Dover. So now that game's back to within a 1 score. It's Dover 20 and St. Mark's 12. Also, DMA has taken the lead over Laurel 20-17, third quarter. 2 touchdowns here in pretty quick time. And we're still 28-14 in Lewis.
Back to the action. On a 2nd down and 5 at the 40. Ball's handed off straight ahead. Minimal gain. As the Betts in a hurry getting a play from a coach, Freddie Johnson. As the clock continues, 6:37. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 at the 36. This is a crucial 3rd down. Yeah. I would say if they don't get it, they'll probably go for it on 4th.
This Cheyenne Rivera has been just as tough as Flamer carrying the ball to the middle. Flamer's not in the game right now.
He's been playing both ways. Probably just needs a break.
He's just standing on the sideline. Looks like he's ready to go back in.
Betts under center. Rivera in the backfield. Handed off on the draw.
First down.
And he got enough on that second effort. Off tackle.
Got a little bit of a belly bounce there. He stepped into the hole, stepped out, and then moved up about 2 yards for the first down.
It's a 1st down and 10 at the 34. 6:05, fourth quarter. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 2.
I don't know if we're going to see an 8-minute drive here or not, but Lake Forest is in no hurry. Flamer comes back into the game. We've got Flamer.
Devontae Borley goes to the sidelines.
We've got Flamer and Rivera in the game right now, the 2 fullbacks. Going to go power football, looks like.
Betts behind the center. Man in motion. Rivera handed off Flamer. Off tackle, pushing the pile. Rivera blocking for him. Getting a couple yards. As Trey Leatherberry making the stop for Delmar. 5:25, fourth quarter. And no gain on the play as Leatherberry making a key stop. Betts once again getting the play from Freddie Johnson.
And they're there. They bring their 2 fullbacks into the game. They bring the 1 fullback in motion to block for the other fullback, but Delmar filled the hole. We're at 2nd and 9.
2nd down and long at the 34. Betts brings his team to the line of scrimmage under center. Balls was faked to the running back, and then on that option, and number 32, bad exchange, a fumble, and number 32 pouncing on it, as they definitely don't need a turnover on this drive as they're trying to put in some points. 4:32, fourth quarter.
3rd and 16.
It's a 3rd down and long, all the way at the 40-yard line.
This Delmar crowd has woken up.
And now, number 21 making his way back into the game for Lake Forest, Devontae Bordley.
Timeout Lake Forest as they A lot of confusion coming out of the huddle. Anthony Kendall Wicks, 8-yard pass from Alex Kemp. The kick's good. Caesar Rodney, 35. Cape and Lupin, 14. Looks like 9:55, fourth quarter. Caesar Rodney's really starting to open it up, and I think we can now say that tough first 3 games prepared Caesar Rodney for this Henlopen North schedule, and I think that's what Mike Schoenwolf, that's how he sets his schedule up. With not just football, they do that with a lot of sports up there.
In CR, they have a 28 seniors, Alex Kemp. He started as a sophomore during that really a down season for the Caesar Rodney Riders as Kemp inserted into the lineup, taking over for Aaron Briggs at the time. And it was really worked out for Coach Mike Schoenwolf, a very smart move. You now have a senior with all that experience and the leadership qualities, and it seems like that tough schedule against Sally's, against the Middletown, and now they really needed a win to even up to become to 2-2, entering this game 1-2 on the season. Betts on a 3rd down and 16 at the 40. You have Flamer in the backfield. Offensive line bunched up. He fakes it. The southpaw throws it downfield on a slant pattern to number 32. Incomplete pass.
He let him just a little too much. 32 was open there down the left sideline. So we're going to be 4th and long. Another thing about Alex Kemp, if you remember his sophomore year, the kid probably soaking wet, weighed about 130 pounds. Now he's grown up to a senior, about 160, 170, and he's playing that position well, running that wing tee very well. Throwing the ball well out of the wing tee also.
4:09, fourth quarter. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 16 after the incomplete pass. And they're going to have to punt it away at Simpson, standing back at about the 45-yard line, 4:09. That's a high, deep kick. That's Leatherberry in the game. Back at his 5. It's a fair catch as he's okay. We'll have to see if he resumes his quarterback duties.
Well, this is going to be a big drive here. Big offensive series here for Delmar. Now, they're pinned back inside the 10. And remember, Leatherberry's been caught behind the line of scrimmage 3 times so far tonight. I think you're going to see a lot of Trey Leatherberry now and some power football out of Delmar.
4:02 remaining in this game. Lake Forest 0, Delmar 2. It's a 1st down and 10. Backed up at their own 9-yard line. And Leatherberry, he's back in the game. Getting the play call from his head coach, Dave Hearn.
I think with 4 minutes to play, we're not going to see too much of Leatherberry going around the end now.
He's taking a lot of hard hits tonight. Leatherberry under center. You have Trey Leatherberry in the backfield. Man in motion. Number 34 is hand off Trey Leatherberry. He's at the 20, 25, 30-yard line, pushing the pile past the 1st down marker.
A big 21-yard gain.
And Lake Forest could not stop him. Number 55 of one of the tacklers.
That's, they're taking that fullback. They're taking the belly out, one more hole off tackle, and that's a big kid in the Trey Leatherberry, and he knocks the people out of the way to get that 21-yard gain.
Brian Thompson, the tackler for Lake Forest defense. 1st down and 10. Clock continues to wind. 3:39. Ball at the 30-yard line. Lake Forest needs to stop them as they trail 2-0 in the 4th. Shane Leatherberry under center. Man in motion, number 29. Handoff, Trey Leatherberry. Off tackle, pushing the pile. And I would expect Coach Johnson to use some of his timeouts to preserve time on the clock. 3:15 remaining in this game.
And speaking of timeouts, remember he had to use the one down here on 3rd and 16 when there was some confusion. Actually, I think they broke the huddle with 12 players because somebody went running off as he called the timeout. So Trey Leatherberry limping off the field.
As the number 20 replacing him for Coach Dave Hearn and the offense.
But now Coach Johnson only has the 2 timeouts in his bag, having to burn the one on as they were driving at midfield. So we'll see if that also comes back. And a lot of things in this game that can come back and at the end and hurt somebody. We'll see how this plays out here as we're winding down. 2:55 left in this game.
Shane Leatherberry breaks huddle under center. I formation. Quarterback keeper. Straight ahead. And breaking free from a couple tackles.
Picks up about 6 or 7 on the play.
It's going to bring up a third down and short. 2:32 remaining in this game. And Lake Forest needs to stop them. So they have some time on the clock to be able to attempt a winning drive. That safety is proven big.
Big, yeah. And who would have thought this game was going to be 2-0? I mean, Delmar has a great ground attack, but I tell you, Coach Johnson came out with a great defensive game plan, and it comes down to a great punter. I think you got to say the punter was big on that safety, putting the ball in the 1.
3rd and 1 at the 39 of Delmar. Straight ahead, and he did not get enough for the first down. He ran into a host of Lake Forest tacklers. And coming up after the game, the Delaware Electric player of the game. And I would think at this point, Bud has a chance for the player of the game award.
I was getting ready to say, how many times has a punter been player of the game? A punter that missed, well, they were 2 long field goals, but yeah, he twice he put them down there. Once on the 1, and then the next time on the 6 or the 7. Of course, that was aided by the fair catch inside the 10. But let's see what Delmar's going to do here. Is he going to play conservative and punt it, or is he with a minute 46 going to try to? We're going to get a measurement first. It doesn't look like it's even a need for a measurement.
It's going to be a 4th and 1 at the 39. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter, and Coach Johnson on the field. He's conversing with the officials, telling them he did not get enough for the first down. That's what a coach is going to say, especially on the opposing sidelines.
Yeah, he's just trying to help. He's been on that sideline a long time. He'll help him out a little bit.
Very animated. This is a big game in the Henlopen South Conference. Whoever's victorious can be given an edge to win the title.
And we have a discussion going on here. All the referees are huddled in, standing around the ball, which is sitting on the 39-yard line. Delmar's a little upset because the ball had rolled out to about the 40, and then the one referee picked it up and put it back on the 39. They felt that he moved the spot. And I think that must be what I can't imagine what else they're discussing right now. Start of the fourth quarter. Polytech up 24-13 over Smyrna. So new coach and new things going on in Woodside tonight.
While we have a moment, tonight's wireless connection is brought to you by Wireless Zone, a Verizon premium retailer with 3 locations: Milford, Harrington, and Middletown.
Okay, this is something I have not seen in high school football, Anthony. They had about a minute huddle, a little more than a minute huddle. The referees picked the ball up, walked it over here to the 40, set it down by another referee's foot, saying he's short, and now they're walking the ball back to the hash mark. Not something I see a lot, that ball being moved around that much. But that's going to make it, they are moving up, it's going to be the 4th and inches, and it looks like Delmar is going to go for it.
I would expect that as a coach, Hearn, he's animated and trying to talk to on the officials. Now, I think he called a timeout as he's onto the field.
Right. If I'm Coach Johnson, I want to know why that ball's being moved around like that. It laid down, they poked it back, then they moved it over here. There was a marker laying on the 40. I didn't see it earlier. I don't know why you would throw your marker out here on the number when the ball is down around the hash mark. They bring it over. The first down's at the 40. The marker was clearly not to the 40-yard line. A little bit confusing what happened there just then.
And Coach Johnson, he's pleading with the officials, and he's saying the same thing. It's very upset.
I did see that something similar happened back in the '86 Division II championship game with Laurel and Indian River. Well, there was a question on a 4th down. The referees had moved the chains, brought the chains back, and remeasured, and Laurel did not get the first down. They went on to win that state title game 13-6. That's the only other thing I've seen even close to this.
And Johnson, he's finally going to the sidelines because they're ready for a 4th and inches at the 39-yard line of the Wildcats. Leatherberry under center. Trey Leatherberry back in the game. It's wing T formation. Should be a quarterback keeper. And I believe that Lake Forest jumped off sides, and that's an easy 5 yards.
And that could do it at the 146 mark in the fourth quarter to get that first down. You're going to have a first down and 10 at the 44.
And all that measurement meant nothing now because that was a 5-yard penalty. Anthony, I don't know if it's an upset, but it's over. Dover Senators 20, St. Mark Spartan 12.
I think a lot of critics going into that game, they didn't know what to really expect. You have a first-year head coach taking over for the very popular Carlton Brown, but a lot of talent. And I think Marcellus Pack, the running back, the outstanding player, the Baltimore transfer, has really helped out. First down and 10 at the 44. Back to the action. I formation. Leatherberry hands it off. That's Trey Leatherberry. Twisting and turning. Trying to get near midfield. Clock continues to run. 1:31 left in this game. Delmar 2, Lake Forest 0.
You know, a lot of times, Anthony, when you bring in a new coach, you bring in excitement. And from all the things I've read about this man, he cares about these kids. You know, he rebuilt a program in inner city Baltimore. Now he's coming over to Dover. Dover always has talent. I mean, that's never a question whether they have talent or not. It's whether they can play a complete 10 games. And right now they're playing very well.
And Nick Spadafino taking over the quarterback duties for Ian Gorey. As last year for Dover, he was Mr. Do-It-All. Second down and 6 at the 48. And that's Leatherberry calling his number once again. I think he got a first down as Spadafino last year. Benny, he was a linebacker. He was the backup quarterback. And then he also lined up on offense and caught some key receptions from Gorey.
Right, all-state baseball player as well. Kid's a great athlete. His father was a great athlete. Played, I believe, at Eastern Kentucky back in the 80s. Was a big end for them. Lake Forest looks like they're burning their last time out. We got a 3rd and short, one more play, and I think get a first down here. And Delmar's they're going to escape here with 2-0.
It's a 3rd down and 2 at the 46. 37 seconds remaining in this game. Coming up after the game, the coach's corner, as Dave Hearn will come up to the press box for a interview. And also we will have the Delaware Electric player of the game, as it's a crucial play in this contest. And if they do not stop them, it's going to be all over. And even if they do, they're not going to have much time with the ball.
Power I formation.
Leatherberry under center. Wing T formation. Ball's handed off. That's Trey Leatherberry, and he is stopped short of the first down. 32 seconds.
Well, they let it play on, and the pile was pushed.
Penza on the spot, as you mentioned. He kept trying to get the first down. I think some of the Lake Forest Spartans thought he was down.
I think that's going to be a first down, Anthony.
You cannot give up, and that's what kind of some of the Lake Forest, they thought he was down. He was not.
We're going to measure this.
They had him down, way short of the first down, but he would not let up, and some of the defenders did.
Right, and if this is a case of a 4th down, you can't take a knee now. There's still 26 seconds left in the game. That ends the drive, and you give Lake Forest the ball at midfield.
As Lake having trouble moving the ball downfield tonight.
First down.
It's a first down, and that should do it. That'll wrap it up. As Coach Dave Hearn, he takes off the headset. And 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 at the 45. And Leatherberry, he's going to take a knee.
I would imagine he's going to take a knee here. I think that's what he's telling the referee right now.
Wing T formation, but this will do it. Ball snapped, and that's it. As the Lake Forest Spartans fall to the Delmar Wildcats 2-0.
I don't think this was the outcome we expected. I mean, I think we thought we were going to see more points put on the board today, but two great defensive teams and a huge punt by Robert Budd that set up the safety and an eventual win for Delmar.
We expected a close outcome, and that's what we got as the two best teams in the Henlopen South. We're at the end of the game as the Delmar Wildcats defeat the Lake Forest Spartans 2-0. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on Hot Country 1077 and catchalive.com.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
Got metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling is environmentally friendly and helping to keep Delmarva clean and green by recycling. So bring your copper, aluminum, and brass, stainless steel, wire, lead, light iron, heavy steel, tractors, farm equipment, lawnmowers, and appliances, barbecue grills, aluminum cans, even cars and trucks. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Jesus recycles people. Fitzgerald's recycles cars.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
I'm Gary Rhodes from Milford Southern States. Expect nothing less than a superior performance day when using a Mahindra tractor. The Mahindra tractor can lift heavy loads, and with its cast iron chassis, it provides traction, stability, and control. At Milford Southern States, we feature a full line of Mahindra tractors, including the 3616 four-wheel drive that can carry firewood, dirt, manure, and also clear away snow. It also comes with a deluxe suspension and an easy access fuel tank. Call us at Milford Southern States, 422-8066. Farmer owned since 1923.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan will keep your home running smoothly and your family safe and secure. Satterfield and Ryan is Delaware's only elite power pro dealer, providing professional sales, superior service, and quality repairs. Satterfield and Ryan in Milford, online at delawaregenerators.net. Call 302-422-4919. Satterfield and Ryan. Get the job done right the first time.
First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown is your local Chevrolet dealer in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country. They carry the full lineup of new Chevrolet cars and trucks, including the all-new Chevy Corvette Stingray. We're the one-stop for all your automotive needs with a full-service facility and a state-of-the-art collision center all in one location. First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown. You can give us a call at 856-2521 in Delaware or visit us on the web at firststatechevy.com, where they put you, the customer, first.
Tonight's game was brought to you by First State Chevrolet, Satterfield and Ryan, Smith's Family Restaurant, Milford Southern States, Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling, Delaware Electric Co-op, and Del One Federal Credit Union.
Wildcats improved to an undefeated 4-0, defeating the Lake Forest Spartans as the Spartans and Coach Freddie Johnson drop to 2-2 overall. Tonight's Wireless Connection is brought to you by Wireless Zone, a Verizon premium retailer with 3 locations, Milford, Harrington, and Middletown. And the Delmar Wildcats in a great position now as you defeat the Lake Forest Spartans. Lake Forest next week will be back in conference play, taking on the Indian River Indians back in Felton. And it is a homecoming game for Coach Freddie Johnson as he will try to rebound. As tonight, he has to be proud of the effort from his team. As we mentioned, Robert Budd has to be the Delaware player of the game, Delaware Electric player of the game, as he did miss a couple field goals. But his kicks late in the game, pinning the Lake Forest offense, and Ridgely Betts in that safety as he was rolling to his right did not have enough room, and they sacked him in the end zone.
Right, that was a beautiful kick down in the coffin corner, as they call it. Puts it out of bounds on the 1-yard line, then comes right back. Next punt and puts him inside the 10 again around the 6 or 7 yard line. So 2 huge punts. not big, deep punts, but high, got the coverage, and they couldn't field the ball. And then, of course, Delmar chewed up some ground and chewed up some clock in the fourth quarter, and 150, 138 yards rushing in the second half, as opposed to their 89 yards rushing in the first half. As you see, Lake Forest didn't get many plays in the second half. They touched the ball maybe 15, 20 times, and of course, the safety was on the second play of that first series, and kind of got to wonder about the kicking off twice. I guess it kind of paid off. It's a 2-0 game, and maybe he didn't want to be pinned back, on the kickoff. So, he ends up getting there on the punt. But I was impressed with both these teams played defensively. Lake Forest, the one big run, like I said, all game they had sent their defensive ends upfield, didn't break containment, and then when Shane Leatherby pulls the ball out on the belly, and the defensive end's in there trying to make the tackle, and he goes off for a big 15-yard run, and it just led to just some chewing up some more clock and keeping Lake Forest in bad field position in the second half.
I think the key had to be field position in the second half.
Absolutely, yes.
For Lake Forest. We have some other scoring updates, Benny?
Yes, here we go. We got a final at the beach. Caesar Rodney 35, Cape Henlopen 14. That's final. Fourth quarter, last I had, Polytech 24, Smyrna 13. DMA goes up with one more touchdown. They're now fourth quarter up 27-17 on Laurel. Of course, we got the final, the big game between Dover and St. Mark's. Dover making a bit of a statement, 20-12 final. And in Georgetown, Sussex Central 27, Sussex Tech 21. So that game's starting to get a little exciting, a little tight, and playing some offense over there.
And Caesar Rodney, with that win now, you become 2-2 on the season as Cape and Coach Bill Collick. Now they're 2-2. They have a tough matchup against Bullis High School next week back in Lewis.
Followed up by Dover there. Cape's they got nicked up a little bit. I know Grau was out. I heard rumor that Saez may not be playing. He was injured in practice. I'm not sure if that came true, but Cape's in 2-2, and now with the 2 wins over Division II teams, that point system's going to start. They can't afford to go 7-3 and get in the playoffs playing 2 Division II teams, and then dropping possibly another game. The Caesar Rodney, I would have to say right now, Caesar Rodney and Dover have to be talking about being the front runners in the Henlopen North. Sussex Central's in a struggle right now with Sussex Tech, and you saw the St. Mark's Tech game, and Tech had a lot of trouble there. And when you're going to play for those final 6 spots, you can't be getting beat 41-0. Other than again, how good's Middletown beating up on Caesar Rodney a couple weeks ago. And so I have to say right now you're looking at Caesar Rodney and Dover as the front runners.
Yeah, I would have to say Middletown are one of the top teams, and then like you said, Sally's is up there. CR with that big win against the Cape Vikings. But the key, the big thing there, I think, with Sussex Central and Sussex Tech is Sussex Central is just so young. Last year they had over 20-some seniors, a lot of expectations. In Sussex Central, you have a lot of talent, but they're so young. So with Coach John Wells, he's just trying to mold that team, and you don't know what to really expect. As probably a lot of emotions are going on as it's a homecoming for the Sussex Central Golden Knights.
And it's a rivalry, I said earlier. Of course, Sussex Tech's a rivalry anytime they play another Sussex County team. Another thing I just got an update here. Indian River 19, Milford 7. That's a final. So now here we go again. It's right now Indian River and Delmar moving to the top of the Henlopen South. And like I said, coming in week 4, opening night for the Henlopen Conference, we're going to start seeing that separation in the standings and with the teams and who's going to move on to postseason play.
And the Indian River Indians are now 2-2. They had a loss to Stephen Decatur and also to the Cape Vikings last week.
Yeah.
We're going to take another timeout as we're waiting for Coach Dave Hearn to come up to the press box. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7.
Tonight's game was brought to you by First State Chevrolet, Satterfield and Ryan, Smith's Family Restaurant, Milford Southern States, Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling, Delaware Electric Co-op, and Del One Federal Credit Union.
Hey, love the oldies? Well, let's tune them in.
Blah, blah, blah. It's the same old song. Blah, blah, blah. It's the same old song.
Looking for something besides the same old song? The Boomer Show. 30 daily minutes of fun, facts, and information the whole family can use and enjoy. And the music? Great hits from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and every now and then the 80s, 90s, and today. But not just the same old, same old. Heard about enough of the same old? Download The Boomer Show each and every day. Just log on to theboomershow.podomatic.com. It's fun and it's free, and you can listen when you're ready. I'm Scott Edward Phelps, and I hope you'll join me for The Boomer Show. Not just the same old oldies.
It's the same old song. Blah, blah.
I'm Gary Rhodes from Milford Southern States. Expect nothing less than a superior performance day when using a Mahindra tractor. The Mahindra tractor can lift heavy loads, and with its cast iron chassis, it provides traction, stability, and control. At Milford Southern States, we feature a full line of Mahindra tractors, including the 3616 four-wheel drive that can carry firewood, dirt, manure, and also clear away snow. It also comes with a deluxe suspension and an easy access fuel tank. Call us at Milford Southern States, 422-8066. Farmer owned since 1923.
It'd sure be nice to get out of the house, get a change of scenery, and try the wonderful atmosphere and home-style food of Smith's Family Restaurant. We'll treat you like you're coming to our house. We're known for great seafood, the best beef and chicken dumplings around, and you've got to try the homemade sweet potato biscuits and homemade rolls. A great place to eat anytime, 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Smith's Family Restaurant. It's worth the drive to eat at Smith's on Route 13 in Greenwood. Call 349-5114.
When severe weather strikes, a Generac generator from Satterfield and Ryan will keep your home running smoothly and your family safe and secure. Satterfield and Ryan is Delaware's only elite power pro dealer, providing professional sales, superior service, and quality repairs. Satterfield and Ryan in Milford, online at delawaregenerators.net. Call 302-422-4919. Satterfield and Ryan. Get the job done right the first time.
Do you have metal? Get it to Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. Fitzgerald's pays you cash. Fitzgerald's will pick up your unwanted vehicles and will buy your car or lawnmower batteries. If it's made of metal, Fitzgerald's pays cash and recycles it, which helps the environment. Fitzgerald's will also pick up and deliver roll-off dumpsters, and they accept electronics too, including cell phones and computers. Fitzgerald's is local and family-owned since 1935. Go to fitzgeraldsonline.com or find us on Facebook.
Is Del One Federal Credit Union right for you? If you live in Delaware, the answer is yes. All Delaware residents can become a member of Del One. Call us at 302-739-4496 or stop by any of our convenient branch locations throughout Delaware to find out how. Visit del-one.org for more information on the amazing benefits Del One Federal Credit Union has to offer. Become a member today. Conditions and restrictions apply. Equal opportunity lender. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA.
First State Chevrolet on Route 113 in Georgetown is your local Chevrolet dealer in the heart of Henlopen Conference football country. We sell the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, as well as a large selection of pre-owned vehicles. Most of our pre-owned vehicles are Chevrolet certified pre-owned and carry a 1-year, 12,000-mile warranty, as well as regular oil changes and tire rotations for the first 2 years and 30,000 miles. Now that's peace of mind on a pre-owned vehicle. Give us a call at 856-2521 in Delaware or visit us on the web at firststatechevy.com. First State Chevy, where we put you, the customer, first.
And welcome back. We're live in Delmar. As tonight, Wireless Connection is brought to you by Wireless Zone, a Verizon premium retailer with 3 locations, Milford, Harrington, and Middletown. Now I'd like to welcome in my special guest to the Coach's Corner, the winning head coach for the winning side tonight, head coach for the Delmar Wildcats, Coach Dave Hearn. As of the final score, 2-0, it's a baseball score. Going into this game, did you expect such a tight game?
Actually, I thought it'd be a little higher scoring, to tell the truth. And I'm real happy they played great defense, but I didn't think we would sputter around on offense as much as we did. Because they played us really well. They always do.
Talk about what was going through your mind when Robert Budd, the kicker, pinned him deep, and then you had Ridgely Betts scrambling to his right, and he was sacked in the end zone.
Well, I was thinking about 2 field goals he missed, actually, because he's an outstanding kicker. And he missed 2 that were really close, the 30, 40-yard field goals. But then we told him to pin the ball on the sideline. In practice, we worked pinning it to the other sideline, usually to the left for a right-footed kicker. And he put it right on the button. It had a little spiral to it and skipped out on the one. It was just perfect. I mean, he did exactly what he was told. The players were right there on it. And that set up the safety. So that's, so he goes from missing a couple of key plays to being a hero in his way.
What did you tell your defense on that possession?
On that one, well, I didn't talk to him at all. I was talking to the quarterback, but I know that the coaches didn't do anything different down there than they had the whole game. We were trying to apply pressure a little different than we had the last couple of games. So I know they've seen us play, and so we trade films and all that. So we did some things a little bit different on the corners and tried to apply pressure in the quarterback's face. And, of course, the Flamer kid, number 22, he's a hoss. So you got to get in his face. I thought we really tackled him well. Tackles held the ground well, probably the best for them. They've gotten progressively better every game. So I was really proud of our defense overall.
Talk about the performance of Trey Leatherberry late in that fourth quarter, breaking a lot of tackles.
He was running. He was exhausted because he plays both ways. And I thought he had a great defensive game because he was one of the people who was applying that pressure to their offense. He was coming off the corner almost all night, almost every play. And so offensively, he really didn't come off the field much because we've got a couple of guys who can run the ball well, but he's sound. He goes to the right place all the time. He can play every position in the backfield. So he's a bonus for us, but he runs hard. Every one of our kids do, but he's a hard runner, a senior. So he really stepped up to the plate.
And Shane Leatherberry, your quarterback, came out in the fourth quarter as Vincent had to come in. What was going on there?
He had a cramp. It was. I think it's kind of warm. Probably cooler than that, but they played hard. And he had a little cramp in the calf, so he came out a little bit. And, maybe a different quarterback. I don't know, but just a loose ball. Didn't quite get it in the pocket. So, because Jonah Vincent, the quarterback at the time, he's a senior. He does a great job. So we've got the ability to, if someone does have a problem, I think we can substitute without too much problem. It's unfortunate we had a mistake there.
Your team now undefeated, 4-0. You have to be pleased with your team's performance.
Still a surprise to us. I mean, we're playing it one at a time is the way we preached all summer. And just to try to get through the first 3. And then this conference game, we knew it would be a war. Everyone will be just like this. It'll be a struggle. So I'll age a lot. But it's it was a great game, I guess, as a spectator, maybe. Not a whole lot of excitement. A punt return call back. That was unfortunate because maybe that changes the game around a little bit. And we had too many penalties. We got down the red zone, had a push in the back penalty, and just can't do that and win big games. And they almost took advantage of some of those.
How would you talk about the performance of Coach Freddie Johnson at his team? It's the first loss in the conference, 2-2, their only other loss to the hands of the Sussex Central Golden Knights.
He always does a good job. I mean, they're always well prepared for us. I know that. And I saw the Sussex Central game, and of course Central's got some fast athletes, and they took advantage of their speed and athleticism because it was a pretty even game the first half, and then Central just turned it on in the second half. But they're quick all over the place with their skilled people. And so I knew Lake would be prepared for us. It's always a good game when we play them, and Fred does a good job.
After this game, like I said, it was 2-0. What did you tell your players?
Well, I didn't really tell them too much. Inside, I talked mainly about the preparation for next week because it's just one. And I'm a huge believer that the first game in the conference is the most important one of them all because now, at least Lake, we have to lose 2 games for them to have any chance. And they're going to be right in the hunt all the way through. They're going to win football games. So at least for them, they've got to see us lose twice for them to have a shot at beating us. So that's a good thing as far as division things. And they're going to go a long way. Whoever beats them is going to have their hands full, I think. And so now it's Milford. We haven't seen them in a while. They're new to us I don't think we've seen them since 08 or 09. So I really focused our kids on them. And, this was good effort, but let's move on from it.
As Indian River defeated Milford tonight, you'll see Indian River in week number 9. Could be a showdown for the conference.
Always is. That's become a real nice friendly rivalry, and I didn't know what their score was, but they're 9, so we'll worry about them later. Laurel and those guys, we'll worry about them later.
Okay, Coach Hearn, before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, just a exhausting game because it's tense all the way. One bad play and you turn things around. I thought our kids played well. I'd like to take away the penalties. That's what we talked about those inside too.
Congratulations on this big win. Always a pleasure. And
pleasure talking to you again. Thank you.
Thank you there, Coach Hearn. Thank you. And the final tonight, the Delmar Wildcats 2, the Lake Forest Spartans 0. We're going to take one more commercial break before we come up and wrap this thing up. You're listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7.
This broadcast has been a presentation of Catch It Live and Sports on Delmarva. Any rebroadcast or reproduction without written consent of Catch It Live and Sports on Delmarva is strictly prohibited.
Trailers, trailers, trailers. Jim Weller here, and if you need a trailer, give me a call. Open and closed, new, used, rusty, dusty, whatever. If you need a used trailer, give me a call. Got a used trailer you want to sell? Give me a call. Want to talk turkey? Give me a call. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hey folks, Colin Walls here for Wall Service Center. Have you turned your car's AC on only to find out it's blowing hot air? Are you tired of the quick fix that only lasts a couple of days? If so, come see me at Wall Service Center. Wall Service Center has been automotive air conditioning specialist for over 50 years. Stop in. We're located on Northeast Front Street in downtown Milford, or give us a call. 422-8110.
Hey everybody, Jim Weller here from Weller's in Bridgeville, and today let's talk about carports. Different roof styles, colors, shapes, sizes, lengths, widths, and so on. If you need a carport, call Weller's today. They include free delivery and setup right to your yard. Give me a call today.
Catch it live streaming of your events in high-definition video to anywhere in the world. Call Jim at 337-7300, 337-7300, 337-7300. No event too small.
Hey, love the oldies? Well, let's tune them in.
Blah, blah, blah. It's the same old song. Blah, blah, blah. It's the same old song.
Looking for something besides the same old song? The Boomer Show. 30 daily minutes of fun, facts, and information the whole family can use and enjoy. And the music? Great hits from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and every now and then the 80s, 90s, and today. But not just the same old, same old. Heard about enough of the same old? Download The Boomer Show each and every day. Just log on to theboomershow.podomatic.com. It's fun and it's free, and you can listen when you're ready. I'm Scott Edward Phelps, and I hope you'll join me for The Boomer Show. Not just the same old oldies. You're listening to Friday Night Under the Lights with CatchItLive.com's play-by-play announcer, Anthony Joseph, on Hot Country 107.7 FM.
And welcome back. Live in Delmar. Tonight's Wireless Connection is brought to you by Wireless Zone, a Verizon premium retailer with 3 locations, Milford, Harrington, and Middletown. The final tonight, the Delmar Wildcats 2 and the Lake Forest Spartans 0. And my broadcast partner tonight's Benny Mitchell. And Benny, we have another scoring update as Sussex Tech is pulled ahead of the Sussex Central Golden Knights. This is a tight one in Georgetown.
Yes, 3:32 left in the game. Sussex Tech 28, Sussex Central 27. So excitement in Millsboro, it looks like.
And last year with that experienced team for the Sussex Central Golden Knights at Sussex Tech's house, they dominated the Ravens deep in the schedule. I believe it was like week number 8. And going into this one, you thought, even though with the young team, that the Sussex Central Golden Knights would win by 2 touchdowns.
I would think after what happened with Sussex Tech and St. Mark's, kind of, and maybe Central came in a little, a little overconfident. Who knows? We're not there, but I wouldn't have thought it was a contest tonight going in, and Sussex Tech's made it a contest and might walk out of here with a win.
A lot of the coaches, when it's a homecoming, they have to reel in the players because there's so many activities that are going on. They name a homecoming king, homecoming queen, and some of the players are not totally focused on football because they're young kids.
Right, too many distractions sometimes, and you know how high school kids are. I mean, an easy distraction, and homecoming night. You got the dance the next night. You got the floats. You got the parades, but you got a football game too,
right?
Okay?
Yes.
And you got to keep them all focused.
Any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight?
What Coach Hearn said at the end of the game, they're taking it one game at a time. And I think with a young team, that's what you got to do. You got to take each rung of the ladder. And I think he's taking the right approach. Very impressed with Lake Forest. Now, I didn't think this was going to be a 2-0 game. I thought if Lake Forest could chew the clock up and play keep away from Delmar, maybe they could win it, and they almost got out of here with it. Like Coach Hearn said, some huge penalties in this game both ways. I thought the personal foul, on the when they were inside in the red zone, I thought that was huge. I mean, that could have been, Lake Forest comes out and scores in the second half, and that could be the whole difference in the game. But Delmar buckled down. Both teams played strong defense, and again, Robert Budd putting the ball in the corner, and Lake Forest tried to go outside, and they did. They stood up. Flamer on the first one, he got a yard, but they stood him straight up when he came through. So Coach Johnson thinking, hey, look, I don't want my fullback, getting stuffed this time. So, it was a play where he had to go around the end, and it just wasn't there, and he got tracked down, and it's a 2-0 game. But I think you leave this, Coach Johnson, you leave this game thinking we're a good football team. We battled with Sussex Central. This Delmar team, I don't care how many seniors they lost. Like I said, he doesn't rebuild here in Delmar. He reloads, and he's going to be making a run for the Southern Division title again this year.
And also another big score tonight. You had the Caesar Rodney Riders. They bounce back now 2-2. As a Cape now 2-2. And CR next week they'll be back at home. It's going to be homecoming. They'll have some distractions to deal with as they're going to take on the undefeated Polytech Panthers.
Right. That's like I said. When was the last time Polytech walked into Camden with a better record than Caesar Rodney? And they're in the same division. But I think we talked about this in the beginning of the program. Mike Schoenwolf, he sets up his early season games to get better and to challenge his kids and to test his kids and to make them battle ready. And like I said, that's not just Mike Schoenwolf. That's Caesar Rodney's sports program. You see it in their wrestling program and their baseball program and their softball. They play tough non-conference games. And you're bringing in number 1 Middletown, number 2 Salesian, your state finalists. And then, okay, I got a Division II game, but it's Hodgson, and we're going to find out tomorrow if they're for real as they play St. George's. So, he battle tested his kids and said, hey, we're going to play these games. Now we're going to Henlopen North. And I think he showed they're battle tested and ready to go for that North title.
And especially in week number 1, you didn't know how they were going to respond in week number 2 against Middletown, such tough opponents. As last year when the Dover Senators took on Sally's, it was a heartbreaking loss. It seemed like the Dover Senators, they never fully recovered. But with such a tough schedule, week in and week out, you really don't have a chance to really catch your breath. But Coach Sean Wolf is very prepared week in and week out, and the good coaches like Dave Hearn, John Wells, Sean Wolf, the week in and week out, where like myself and some of the other broadcasters, I look ahead to like week number 8 and week number 9. Okay, what are the showdowns? But as a coach, you just you have to kind of slow it down. But there are some big games coming up. You have St. Mark's still on the non-conference schedule for Caesar Rodney. So that's 4 tough non-conference opponents.
Yeah, when you put out a schedule like that, you kind of maybe you're banking on winning the North, and and maybe a 6-4 Caesar Rodney with that schedule can sneak in the playoffs. You got a 9-win Salesianum, a 10-win Middletown, a potentially 7 or 8 win St. Mark's, and probably a 9-win Hodgson. You're racking up the bonus points. You're playing with 8 to 9 bonus points. And you're keeping it close with a 7-3 team. That schedule gets you in. And I think a lot of coaches have to stop playing these Division II teams, and sometimes losing to them. That can just crush the season when you go out and play a Division II team and lose and get nothing out of it. So, and we talked earlier about Delmar not able to schedule Henlopen North teams. I wouldn't schedule them either. They're a good program. They're constantly a good program. So why are you going to risk it? Go ahead and play yourself a Division I team. If you lose, you get the point, and maybe some bonuses with it.
And for Coach Bill Colick, when I spoke to Mr. Salento, the athletic director, when they were scheduling the opponents, they had to take Milford. They had to take Indian River. They tried to get some Bayside opponents. They looked at the Blue Hen Conference. They couldn't get some of the teams that they were interested. So what you have to do, you have to schedule some Division II opponents, even though you really don't want to.
Right. Well, they got 2 big wins out of that. They picked up the 4 points in each game. Spalding, I think, was probably going to be a Division I opponent. That's a good football team, and obviously Bullis is as good. They're a very small school, I think. I read where they're like 600 students from the 3rd grade through 12th grade. But you're in that Beltway area, and there's a lot of athletes over there, and they're going to have a tough test next week when this Bullis prep program comes in, and then you follow that up with Dover. So, how does Cape and Leuven bounce back? They're a talented team. They got some great running backs. They high-powered offense. Something happened tonight. And look, both those staffs, experienced coaches, not just the head coaches. You go and look at their assistant coaches. There's a lot of years of football in both those programs. So Bill Colick will have those guys back ready to play Bullets next week. How does his team respond? It's going to be an important game for Cape and Lippen.
We talk about the Maryland athletes and Marcellus Pack, a Baltimore transfer, scoring the 6 touchdowns in his debut. Tonight, they're victorious against the St. Mark Spartans. We're all out of time. I'd like to thank my broadcast partner, Benny Mitchell. I'd like to thank Greg Biffle, my one-on-one interview at halftime. The final, the Delmar Wildcats 2, the Lake Forest Spartans 0. You've been listening to Friday Night Football Under the Lights on CatchItLive.com and Hot Country 107.7. So long, everybody.
Tonight's game was brought to you by First State Chevrolet, Satterfield and Ryan, Smith's Family Restaurant, Milford Southern States, Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling, Delaware Electric Co-op, and Del One Federal Credit Union.